The Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jock.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jock. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jock. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jock. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jock. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
Sir, we look at you as kind of a leader of the Aryan Brotherhood by proxy.
Yeah, how about that? Well, send me some literature.
Can we do retard of the day?
Mongoloid of the day, please. Let's do it.
Start? We'll start with E-Rock just to keep it fair.
You ever do the chicken dance in a wake? That really bothers me. I say he's up there doing the chicken dance in the sky with the Lord.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning. Hello.
Anthony, what's going on? What happened? What happened with this poker thing?
Back from my big poker tournament. This was, if I would have been able to squeak through this one, then I won a bunch of money and a seat on the World Series of Poker, 2009.
Which would have been strong.
Yeah.
How did this all come about? It seemed like it came out of nowhere.
I won a tournament playing with a bunch of cops about a month ago, and that won me the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there or down there to Atlantic City, Harrah's, and I was doing good. I was doing real good. Hung in there a long time, but then they switched me to another table. The table with the velvet ropes around it.
Oh, nice, yeah, right on.
The one that's going to be
one.
the final table when everybody's gone.
Yeah.
The featured table, they call it.
Why did they move you over there?
I
And
don't
how many
know.
hours into playing was this?
Oh, man, quite a few.
Yeah.
They started at noon, and I guess they moved me at around almost 9 o'clock.
At night?
At night, yeah.
Wow.
So I was doing really good, disciplined, playing nice, playing right, winning some big pots, having fun. It was just good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blinds and antes started going up really high, so they start chewing you apart. And
The what?
The blinds.
Blinds.
I don't know what that means.
See, that's a bet.
That's where they get you.
That's a bet that has to be made when the button goes around the table. At a certain point, you have to bet what is called the blinds, and the blinds go up every level. So now if the blinds start getting up there into, $1,000 for a blind, and you're sitting there looking at your chips, you got to put a blind in, and then you look at your cards and go, I got a 7 deuce.
Right.
Or somebody raises over the blind, now you just got to throw your blind away.
Basically, if you had a not many chips left, you'd play extremely conservative, right? But with the blinds and stuff, they don't, that's how they eat you
That's
up
how they
and
force
get you out.
They force you to kind of play. They
Right.
force the action. You can't just sit there all night.
Or these poker games would go on for days.
Yeah.
They would go on for days.
So
Well, 7-2 is good, right? Because all you got to get is a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
You're right there.
see, so you're right there.
3, 4, 5, 6. By the way,
So it was.
you did that on purpose. Hopefully,
Yeah, why?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Uh-huh.
You only need 5 cards,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which makes it even funnier, actually.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever.
A 6 card straight.
6 cards.
But anyway,
But there was some heavy hitters there too.
yeah.
Some of the pros, some of the guys you recognize from the old television set, and
You were playing with actual pros at the main table?
Yeah.
Like who?
One of those. Well, you know what they were? They were those guys that's like, I know that guy. Can't remember his name, but I know him.
Okay.
And you can recognize him by the giant stack of chips in front of them.
Oh, really?
That's another way you recognize him. I was sitting there, and it was time to make a move. So I get dealt a...
What time was it time to make a move? I'm just trying to put a time thing on this.
Almost, 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, so you've been playing for, 14 hours?
It was late.
With some breaks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was time to make a move. I had Queen Jack. Someone bet $2,500 on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, let me see what happens with the old flopperoonie. So I bet, and then the flop comes out, and it's 2 Jack 4. So I'm like, okay, this is my turn. I got the high card on the board. I paired it. So I go all in. Another guy goes, all right, I'll call you. And then this other guy who I recognize from, the TV, and he's got a giant stack, he goes...
Did he recognize you from the radio?
No, a few people did, though.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, I'll call you. I'm like, fantastic. But he put a giant bet in, so he pushed the other guy out.
Right.
So now it's just me and him, and it gives me a chance to triple up if things go well. Well, I turn my cards over, my Jack Queen. He turns over his Jack King.
Oh.
Yes. It's one of those So, hey, there's 2 more cards to come out. We see what happens. So the turn comes out, which is the 4th card. And that turns out to be a king.
So now he's got 2 pair.
So he's pretty much got me there.
Yep.
Done. And then the river card comes out to insult me. It is a queen.
Which is your 2 pair.
Which was mine.
Your lower 2 pair.
Yeah. Yes. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table. Yeah.
You should have just sat there not wanting to. It's so close. You should have said it's only from the lady to the man.
That's it. Or just sit there uncomfortably and not leave the table, like maybe no one noticed. Maybe no one noticed he won.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here.
You should do that and make them go, sir, you got to get up.
Leave.
Sir.
But
sir,
why? But
sir,
why? I'm playing.
Sir, please, we need your seat. Can you just get up?
To concentrate.
Please don't make a scene, please.
I'm playing
sir,
the game.
Sir.
Unhand me.
Security!
Unhand me.
Or you should just try to borrow money from the other players, like right there at the table.
Yeah. Dude, could you just borrow a couple of chips? Don't be stingy.
Look, I get there's a lot of strategy and Hold'em and all that, but that's just one of those. That's a luck hand in the end.
That in the end.
It really is.
That in the end was the way that they were set up. But the only reason I was in it was based on, I was in that hand because it worked out for me mathematically to go into that hand. There is luck. The people that say there's no luck involved in Hold'em are crazy. They'd like you to believe that.
You think there's more strategy? There's definitely more strategy than luck.
There is more strategy just for the fact that most hands do not go all the way to the river.
Right.
That proves right there that it's not just, hey, let me keep betting and we'll see what happens when the 5th card comes out.
Right.
Most of the time you push the opponents out. You bet big before the flop, you're going to get less people playing. Less chance that somebody's going to pull one of these bonehead moves if they're holding on. If you're holding an 8-3 in your hand and no one raises you and you're in the big blind, you're not going anywhere. Now you could maybe get lucky and an 8-3-3 pops up on the board. You now have a full house, whereas if somebody would have raised, you'd have been gone.
Of course.
You're just folded. Those are the strategic moments. Also, raising over the top of somebody. It's very intimidating. When you raise somebody and they come back at you and, bam, double your raise, you don't know. He might have crap. But it's so intimidating then to sit there and go, is my hand good enough? Should I bet this? What does he have? There's absolute strategies.
Well, with that said, how many people did you end up taking out, you think, in 14 hours of play?
I don't know.
Like, how many people were left when you finally got knocked out?
Not as many as when I started. I kind of left in one of those, not a huff, but in a hurry.
Yeah.
So I just kind of put my jacket over my arm and walked out. But
did you do the old man?
Yes. There was no, I didn't get a sir, please don't spit on the floor. That's strictly reserved for blackjack. No, I was it was a good, it wasn't one of those bad beats. It worked out. As the cards were coming out, it was like, what am I going to do?
Right.
I went all in. I was trying to stay in the game, and I got beat out by one card, the king against the queen.
You should have went down there in your first hand, just go all in.
With anything.
The long ride to Atlantic City.
I was
the
doing
lights,
very well.
the velvet ropes, and you just go all in first.
All in, I'm out. I saw a couple of guys.
Time to go home.
Out within the first 15 minutes.
Of course.
And then they're gone. That's
all right.
That was pretty big, but very happy with the gameplay. Had no problems. Played well, so I'm happy with it.
So I guess you'll be sticking with radio for a while. The poker thing didn't work out.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sure you had dreams of being the world champion.
Champion of the World Series of Poker.
Former radio host. And current champion.
Current champion, right.
Good. I'd have to take those pictures with the money in my hand like,
Yeah. Fast forward, he's on TV playing poker full time.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take our first break. We're going to step aside for a second. Your favorite restaurant had a little problem overnight, Ant.
I'm very upset.
And that's all I'll say for now.
All right.
If you want to say anything else, that's up to you. But
certainly do.
But I think this is the restaurant for the faithful listeners that Anthony took his whores to.
Oh yeah, that was what I had heard.
I didn't say
from
that.
Somebody.
Somebody else said that. You would take your whores to this restaurant.
Yeah.
And this restaurant had some problems.
Because, I would use my American Express card there.
Right.
So, obviously, it would show up on my statements.
Right.
If somebody went through once and accused me of taking my whores there.
So, maybe
we'll give you an update.
Yeah, we'll explain next. What the hell?
Is it FH Riley's?
Hey!
Well, that's where we go.
No Jewish lightning for us, my friends. We're doing very well. I don't know if that's Jewish lightning, but something's going on there. Grocery store refuses to make the Hitler birthday cake. We'll talk about that. We got a dummy who's 85 years old graduating college. That cute story. They do every single year.
God bless.
Just a different old broad, but they need to do this on the news at least once a year.
Going to hit the old job market now, are you?
Unbelievable. I don't think it's impressive. I really don't.
Help wanted corpse.
She's a satin pillow tester.
It's just the college taking your money. Hey, if you're in your 40s, you go back to school, sure, you got plenty of time to still do a career. But 85, shut up.
85,
go away.
Dude, just sit around and talk to your relatives about how you've finished school.
And if we're not,
shut it.
And if we're not taxed enough in this fine state of ours, New York, Governor Patterson. I saw this as I was on
he didn't.
Huh? Oh yeah. The new tax he's suggesting is ridiculous. And we'll explain that as well. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Opie and Anthony on your radio, 877-212-ONA. Good morning to everybody. You want to do the Mios thing, Ant?
Yes. I got such bad news yesterday. Via text.
Yeah?
Yes, it was hot off the presses, like before it even hit Google.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Is that about? See, I thought you learned about this from the paper. It's in the paper today, but you learned about the fire at Mio's before it hit the papers.
Yes. I was texted. As you know, I'd been raving about a restaurant in Roslyn called Mio. Fine Italian restaurant. It was one of those places I would go into, and all the staff knew me, and offered me. They knew exactly what wine I liked.
Nice.
The food, fantastic, and it was right there in Roslyn, and I used to go there. Well, I found out through a text that Mio's burnt down.
20-foot flames, I'm reading in the paper.
Total loss. Completely devastated.
You won't be going back there no more.
No. And like I said, it was before, it wasn't on Google. It wasn't anywhere. I got the news via text. And this person, it was the first text I had gotten since probably the end of the summer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
It was text from Jill.
Jill texted you to tell you that
Mio burnt to the ground.
20-foot flames, like I said. What else did she write in the text?
She just said, "Hey, I hear your favorite restaurant burnt down.
Well, I hope you were eating there."
I hope you and your whores.
She was just hoping you weren't going to respond, meaning that there was a possibility you were in the restaurant.
Well, that was one of the places, if you recall, during the very publicized breakup of what was called Antolini at the time.
And the breakup did involve a fire.
Exactly. Well,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing facts out.
If you recall, well, what the hell was I going to say now? The American Express bills that I would get would say, is this when you took your whore there, or is this where you take your whores? Because, like, Mia would show up a lot.
She would circle that on the bill.
On there, yes.
Yeah, with a little note.
Sure. With a little note, this where you take your whores. And, of course, there was an episode where a girl that was at my house lost her clothing to a fire that was lit by Ms. Nicolini in the backyard of my house.
In the fire pit.
So when I heard on the news that Mio had burnt down what they're calling a complete loss, by the way, a complete loss, and getting the news from a text from her, it certainly was like, wow, that's ironic, don't you think?
You actually got the text the day before it burned down? I hear your favorite restaurant burned down in a few days.
She's sitting out in front of the place with Pesci, discussing a date.
I'm trying to bang this radio guy, Henry.
Hey, Henry. Yeah, help me out here. The smoke pouring out of the joint.
Yeah, she's trying to get one of her girlfriends to go out with me, but her girlfriend won't. Just go out with this guy. Help me out here.
Yeah.
Heat from the fire cracked plate glass windows and deflated globe lamps at a restaurant across the street.
Across the street.
And it should be noted, the Newsday saying today that the fire is not considered suspicious.
Well, very, very tragic, I would say. How does a fire like that get so big, hot, and just involved so quickly? I guess there's a lot of...
I'll tell you, a bad economy.
Cooking oil. You think?
Somehow.
Some people do tend to do that in a bad economy. You see a lot of restaurants kind of go up in smoke. Oh, there's a picture of the fireman taking care of... it's on the Channel 11 site.
Yeah,
prominently displayed.
Yeah, it sure is.
Mio, home of Anthony and his whores.
Yes.
Written with a little bias.
Popular eatery and brothel.
But she...
frequented by such scumbags as Anthony Cumia.
But she had to text you.
Yes.
This little tidbit.
Yes, it was one of those little things.
And then she wrote nothing else? Did you write her back?
No. I wasn't sure if it was, one of those things like, hey, by the way, one of your restaurants, hey, it burnt down. Yeah. And I was supposed to answer back like, oh, wow, that's a shame. Or if it was one of those where it's like, yeah, I just better delete this. So, because, I don't know if it's meant as a ha, or, some conversation, but...
Of course it's a ha.
I figured it was a ha.
She's been waiting for her shot for a while.
Yeah, that was a good one.
She got her shot in.
That is, like, if I ever went out to eat, because I usually have, my chef make my food. It's good. It's healthy. But if I did go out, that was the joint, that was the place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, gone. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
F.H. Riley's.
It's too far.
F.H. Riley's.
For me, I mean...
All right, we'll open up
Get another branch there in, around Nassau County, northern Nassau.
We're going to do another branch. We'll go, to Jersey or something.
In Jersey?
Jersey.
We're going to Jersey?
It's called franchising it, by the way, you two. It's not called opening another branch.
Oh, yeah.
Get a franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Franchise.
They open up a...
the Journey.
Banks do that. They open branches. You're right. Cody in Indiana, what's going on?
Yeah, even though I live in Indiana, I think I have a little insight on the incident.
Yeah.
I think it was some sort of a grease fire. I don't know if maybe you know anything about that.
Perhaps it was. Perhaps it was.
All right, you insiders.
You know how restaurants can be.
We got some insiders.
Ling ling.
They say stuff that only a few people get.
No,
more than a few. All right, well, that sucks for you.
I'm bummed about it because it was a very nice place. But now
you certainly went there a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be even more bummed because a grocery store won't make a birthday cake for a little 3-year-old.
A little 3-year-old wants to have a birthday cake. They go to the grocery store, and, you pick the cake out, and then they customize it right there. They squirt the name on there through that little thing. And, happy birthday, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting a few of those. And why wouldn't they... What the hell? Look, a little 3-year-old kid. Come on.
Well, we're going to find out in a second here. I think the parents are twisted on this story.
Oh, no, they're not.
They're twisted. Here's
What's
the story.
the problem?
Well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And
the name's making a comeback. Enough time went by, I guess.
Why would you do that to your kid?
I know. What acid?
Why don't you just grow the mustache and put it all on you instead of naming your kid Adolf
They
Hitler?
named their kid Adolf Hitler.
What was the last name?
What the F?
What was their last name?
Adolf Hitler Campbell?
Wait, so their last name's not even Hitler?
No.
So
no one's last name is Hitler. Jesus.
Good point.
No one's last name is Hitler. But his middle name, it's Adolf Hitler Campbell. And apparently the store had a problem with making little icing name. That is really funny, though. Just walk in and see if they'll do it.
well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And another little girl was named Joycelyn Aryan Nation. Now, their last name is...
All right,
Aryan Nation.
How much attention do the parents need? How much attention? We get it. You don't like blacks. We get it.
That's all right. They had a wait behind Tyrone cake, which took all day.
Ugh.
They have a third child named Hoslin Himmler.
Of course they
Campbell.
do.
Himmler.
Are you kidding me?
No,
What's
this is
wrong with
They're
these
just
people?
taking names from history, picking them out of a hat.
And
apparently,
you were
A
talking
helmet.
about this last week when you said Barack Hussein Obama, and you guys even speculated, well, maybe Adolf Hitler will make a comeback.
Maybe the name will make a comeback, and it's starting with this courageous family in Pennsylvania. Apparently, they think it's time.
What are you doing to your kids?
It really is embarrassing.
Just do it to yourself if you want, but don't do it to your stupid kids.
In 2,000 years, will there enough time have gone by where you can name your kid Adolf Hitler?
No, why? What's your
No.
friend Genghis Khan think? Why don't you go out and ask him?
But that's just it. I think you could go in and go, could you write Genghis Khan Campbell on the cake? And they would be fine with it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
There's a Genghis Khan's restaurant.
Genghis Khan restaurant. And there could be an Adolf Hitler restaurant. And,
Yeah.
it's just enough time. Not enough time has gone by. There's still... And I think the fact that there's film of it.
Yeah, well-
If you're a bad guy without film, if you were Slobodan Milosevic Campbell... it would never fit on the cake. But I bet they'd do it. That Hitler really ruined that name.
This guy's an ass.
Look at him.
He's a complete ass.
Aryan Nation.
Nation. Now, their last name...
All right, let me go back.
Aryan Nation.
You know what? We'll start from the
That's
beginning.
pushing it.
I got to hear the Adolf Hitler Campbell thing again.
Well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And another little girl was named Joycelyn Aryan Nation. Now, their last name is Campbell. The whole point of the story is, apparently the little boy, Adolf Hitler, turned 3 years old recently. They went to the local ShopRite supermarket in...
See, that's where the news, they're a bunch of scums. They decide to just forget about the last
Leave
name.
the Campbell part out.
Yeah, leave the Campbell part out because it's just fun to say Adolf Hitler on
The
the
little
news, isn't
boy,
it?
Adolf Hitler.
Right, what happened to the Campbell part?
Adolf Hitler.
But then this guy loves the attention he gets when he goes to the store and he goes, I want a cake, says Adolf Hitler. Like he just, what an attention whore. What are you doing, dude?
He's a white supremacist, apparently.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good for him.
Yeah.
And he's teaching his children in the ways of the white supremacists.
Good for him. Why doesn't he allow his kids a chance?
Yeah, or
What?
just do that.
Let
But you
the
don't
kids decide.
What, you mean
that
like
crap on their own when they get a little older?
You mean like black families that drill into
my
their head that the
God.
white man is evil and the devil, and you watch little kids on YouTube talking about the evils of the white man and the system and everything, just like that? Is that any better?
You want Adolf Hitlers?
Huh?
You want Adolf Hitlers out there?
Opie, I would love for us to all get along and not have this kind of thing even be necessary. But you know something? You're going to get extremists on both sides. This guy is no better or no worse than a black militant family raising their children to hate white people. It happens. There are what are called evil people on both sides.
But this is about this guy and his Hitler kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Little Adolf Hitler.
There's not many black names. I mean, there might be some that you're going to walk into a ShopRite and get the shock value. Like, oh, what do you mean Hitler? You know, this is just an attention-seeking thing.
What, like Louis Farrakhan Campbell?
Maybe so. Farrakhan may be a little racy, but he didn't slaughter 6 million people.
Yeah, when we get
of course not.
When we get the black version of the story, we'll certainly do a little something on that as well.
No, you'll never get it.
But today it's this ass.
You'll never get it.
Today it's all about this ass.
Apparently, the little boy, Adolf Hitler, turned 3 years old recently. They went to the local ShopRite supermarket in Greenwich Township, and the supermarket refused to make the little boy a birthday cake. They said they would make the cake and let the family fill in the name afterwards, but the family felt that was not right. They wanted to feel bad for that little boy who's in the middle of all that. Absolutely. I mean, what were the parents thinking?
What were the parents thinking? Like it was an accident or something. Like, what were they thinking on a whim?
What were they thinking when
Adolf Hitler?
When they named the kid?
Yeah, we'll put it on his birth certificate, and then they got home and go, did we do that?
Like it was on a lark.
Yeah, on a lark.
They're thinking exactly this, that they wanted some attention. They would go to the news and get some attention for themselves. You got it.
Little cement crib. Looks like a bunker they put him down in. How adorable. Little 3-year-old Adolf Hitler.
That's just amazing.
Steve from Bayshore had a funny line. It was a vanilla cake with all white frosting.
We are pretty doomed as far as the races go, as per the internet.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Every news story that has anything to do with race, even in the slightest way, starts a text comment race war of the umpteenth magnitude. It's nothing but N-word this and die cracker that.
Where on those sites?
No, this is on any news site. You know how these days you could read a news story and then comment below?
Oh, okay, right.
Every single news story that involves, let's say, black on white crime, any type of racial story turns into just a race war in text. And really, like, ooh, they go all out. No holds barred.
Because they're cowards on the internet. It's like you've argued enough with Patrice or other people. Like,
yeah.
When you're in face-to-face with somebody, usually you both kind of... Some people you can't, but most people you can kind of see a point they have, and they can kind of... You can kind of go,
Find some common ground?
Usually, yeah, because you realize there's a guy there who kind of thinks like I think. He's just on the other side of the fence. Mm-hmm. There's a weird connection when you're face-to-face. But it's like when everybody's a coward on the internet.
You're right. They are cowards, but there is this weird... almost honesty in their hatred that comes out in these things. Because some of the stories are so heinous and so blatantly open to a racial discussion, but you're not really going to get a discussion online. Like you said, people they get their keyboard bravery and can type whatever they want. So there is, in some cases, this honesty in their mutual hatred.
Yeah.
In other cases, though, it's just purely, unnecessary.
Well, that's true.
Let's say hi to Derek in Atlanta. Derek.
Yo.
What's going on, Derek?
Not too much, man. I'm just blown away because right now Charles Barkley is saying straight up, a couple of years ago he wanted a basketball coach. He said, I don't care what his record is, I just want him to be a black coach. How is that not racist? If I would have said that, I'm wearing a white hood. I mean, what's the deal?
Yes.
Yeah, Charles Barkley's a pretty racist dude.
He says what he wants.
He said some pretty crazy things over the years.
Dude, just because Charles Barkley isn't, like, he shouldn't be penalized for saying that, he's not the problem. The problem is the people that are penalizing white athletes for saying what they want, or that's the...
Exactly.
Barkley's not the problem, though.
No. There's just one example.
Yeah, we could, we have in the past talked double standard till we're blue in the face.
Yes.
Sure.
But it's just the way it is, and it's the way it's going to be for quite a while.
All right,
Yeah,
Derek.
it is. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Do we have an update on the shoe thrower? I'm sure you saw the shoe thing with Bush, right?
Oh, my
While
God.
you're playing poker.
You know, George
They only
Bush,
showed it 100 but actually a couple hundred times.
George Bush must have been one of the greatest dodgeball players in school. That man bobbed and weaved and dodged that shoe at point-blank range, pretty much. The guy walks right up to him, heaves the shoe, and George Bush, he had some moves on him.
He had, like, cat-like reflexes.
And he was smiling.
He sort of had a little fun with the whole thing. You could tell by the second one, he put his hands on the podium like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to dodge the second one, too.
The next one?
Yeah.
He should have taken his giant shoe off and lobbed it back at the guy.
And they're praising this guy. They should lop his head off for not being able to hit the guy from 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you aim a little lower just in case the person is ducking.
And then I guess the Secret Service were ready to just pound this guy. And,
well, they came out of the back. And
George Bush diffused the situation a little bit.
Bush did?
Yeah. He was like, that's not necessary to completely destroy the guy.
Right.
I'm sure if it was in the United States and it was some, college dork that did it, he'd have been saying, "Don't tase me, bro." But he's got to look like he's supporting these people no matter what. I understand your frustration. So they let him off the hook. They did arrest him though.
Is he going to be freed?
He's in military custody of the Iraqis. So I plan on seeing him get hung on a phone cam.
They said he could get 2 years.
2 years for
that's about it.
Wow, that was a great move.
Yeah, the president has some moves.
Duck to the side.
At least he didn't look like our president did not look like a sissy during that at all. I gotta say, I'm happy he didn't look like a little punk.
If he would have gotten nailed though,
oh my God!
And then look at
him smiling. He's into this.
There goes the other shoe. He just kind of put his arm up on that second one, like, you're not even.
Look,
close.
here's the smile. What do you got? What else you got for me? What else? There it is. Whoa!
I know you had ammo now. He only got 2 feet.
Yeah.
Your clip is empty, ain't it?
Yeah, thank God he didn't have 3 feet. Or
Yeah.
From now on, only Heather Mills can go to these things.
Here comes Doc Ock with a bunch of shoes.
Well, thousands have taken to the streets in Iraq to protest the fact the guy got arrested for this.
Just
thousands.
Well, you know something? Yeah.
And even Egypt, who is pretty much on our side, is praising this guy.
Because they're on our side when
they're protesting throughout the Middle East on this one.
You should have left Saddam there.
Good. He's a hero. Exactly. Hussein. If a guy got up and threw a shoe at Hussein or his 2 kids. I think the thing is you never need shoes again when you walk around on your stumps where your feet used to be attached. That's how they used to handle stuff. We could have just had like nice little ops over the place. Enforce the no-fly zone for the rest of his life.
Yep.
Just keep flying, keep his crap on the ground, embargo the hell out of him. But no, we got to go in there and save the world. And now the president gets a shoe thrown at him, and everybody cheers.
Should have just left Saddam. He knew how to deal with them.
Oh, did he know how to deal with them? Oof, huge trenches. Just plow them right in there.
Yep.
Them, their shoes. They love their shoes over there. Remember when we took the place over there and pulled down the statue?
And they all threw their shoes.
And the guy was riding on the big statue head, hitting it with the shoe.
Yeah.
They love beating things with shoes.
It's weird because that's the ultimate insult for a country that has no problem beheading you.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre to me. The ultimate insult is throwing a shoe.
I threw my shoe at the president.
Which pretty much means nothing in America.
He slipped the first one, and the second one he batted away with his hand.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing. I was 10 feet away, and I missed. I need better sights on my shoes. And then I threw my glasses, but they did nothing. I was arrested and very injured. They bashed my head apart. And I fell down the stairs. Him and his shoes. Dummies.
Let's say hi to Eric in Virginia. Eric, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, after the audio of it, when after he settles everybody down, he's like, no, it's okay. This is Bush talking.
Yeah.
He says, for the record, it was a size 10 shoe.
And everybody laughed.
Yeah, he had a lot of fun with the whole thing.
He did.
So, all right. Good for Bush. I don't think.
I guess we're going to look for barefoot press conferences now?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they do. Whenever the knee-jerk reaction is like, all right.
Everyone take their shoes off.
Take your shoes off.
Jeff in Chicago.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, Jeff.
Hey, if there was an American reporter that did that to somebody from another country, that dude would be he'd be put on a blacklist and be labeled a terrorist for the rest of his life. And his life would be ruined.
Yeah, I agree with you. Got to agree with you on that one.
All right.
Yeah, they treat those Iraqis there with kid gloves because, we're saving those people, apparently.
And they love us for it.
Oh, they love us. Throw shoes at the president.
Let's step aside for a second. 877-212-018. Keep the phone calls coming in. We're going to go to the FU line before break here.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big FU to James, you piece of dog. I hope you crash that piece of motorcycle you drive down the road. Die, you piece of dog crap.
Next message.
This is Green Guy in Buffalo. I want to give a big you to the Buffalo Bills for making me drive all the way to Toronto to watch them lose to the hapless Miami Dolphins. 6 points in 2 games. Go yourself.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big you to all these douche nozzle homeowners with these stupid effing inflatable blow-up Christmas decorations. F you, ya.
Next message.
Yeah, this is Murph. I want to give a non-literal you to that made-up calling gay day. I didn't find out about it until all the friends at work started calling me a homo. So, you.
Next message.
I'd like to give a big you to my girlfriend who ignores me for 2 weeks and says, oh, I've been busy doing sleeping over a guy, so you.
Next message.
Hey, F you to my boss. I just want to let your ass know I get stoned every morning before work. I get stoned every lunch break. Thanks for not laying me off this week, but F you for thinking about it for next week.
Next message.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a big F you to the welfare recipient and her 2 illegitimate kids that got out of their Escalade and had to throw the door wide open and ding my door in a Stop and Shop parking lot. F you, you inconsiderate welfare recipient.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Opie and Anthony. We got a couple Christmas stories we're going to get to in a second. Fun Christmas stories.
Yeah.
But first, there's a picture of Tyson in the paper today. Mike Tyson, yes.
Wow.
And he is huge. We thought for a second it might be the clothes he's wearing, like big slacks and a puffy shirt. But then you do a little more research online and you realize that Mike Tyson is a monster now. He is just huge with a huge belly.
His gut is going over the top of his belt. He's ballooned up.
His legs are like fat in his pants.
You know, you got to expect that to happen. You don't. The guy's not in the gym every day like he used to be when he was fighting, and then he's probably still eating exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And where does it go? Right to your hips.
Right to the belly.
You don't think he orders healthy food when he's out?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the chickens would give me the skinless chicken. And I have the unsweetened iced tea. And a bitch I could punch.
Yeah, he's not even working it off. You haven't even heard him in the news like that.
Now, this is a picture of him with some young lovely thing, and in front of them, a couple Red Bulls. Red Bulls, they have a lot of sugar. That'll pack out on the pounds around the belly.
Yeah.
And then it looks like a bottle of champagne on ice as well.
Mmm.
Yeah, I like treating my girls before I rape them.
Allegedly.
Well, no, I went to prison for
yeah.
it.
Good point.
That was rape.
Good point.
Only allegedly until they held guilty.
Yeah, good point on that one.
I allegedly didn't rape her.
Oh, wow. So you might want to. We'll throw that up on onaradio.com. Somebody did a before and after when he was in ridiculous shape where everyone feared him.
Hey, get a load of fatso over there. In the gym,
Yeah.
he just crushes you. You know the guy's big meat paw would still knock your head off.
I think everyone still fears him, even
Of
though he's a fat
course.
guy. Yeah.
A lunatic.
He's officially a fat guy. You would say that's a fat guy.
I'm on the low-fat Zoloft now, trying to drop the pounds. Sugar-free Prozac.
Yeah, that before and after picture, the side by side is just amazing. All these boxes, though, God, they're just stupid. Is what happens. They're easily influenced because they come from, I guess, a pretty bad place. They get somebody that they can latch on to, that latches onto them, and then once it's over, it's just over. They set them adrift. They get all fat and stupid. They try to tell jokes in their big stupid club.
Oh, God.
LaMotta.
Oh.
Yeah, Tyson's a black version of Jake LaMotta.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wearing sort of the same clothes, too.
Yeah, he's getting heavy sexual problem, jail, LaMotta too.
Yeah.
Belting some broads.
You know what? It's kind of sad.
Very.
It's kind of sad to see these athletes that you grew up watching, become kind of soft.
And how much
and
money
sad looking
did he generate? I'm not talking about even
hundreds of millions
making for himself, just generating money
Easily
that went to other people. Those pay-per-views, everyone used to get them.
Yep.
There wasn't one Tyson fight where you didn't go, I gotta see this animal just kill somebody. And, it was fantastic to watch.
After Tyson, people weren't buying these pay-per-views like they used to.
No.
They still did very well, yes, but this was mainstream stuff. You would have like Tyson parties and stuff.
Yeah,
every time
that?
he fought.
He'd fight, and you'd have people over the house just going, all right, this is going to be, don't go to the kitchen.
No.
Don't go to the kitchen when that bell rings, because he's going to come out like a bulldog.
An animal.
And kill somebody.
How many people walked from the kitchen back into the living room with their armfuls of snacks, like a Pepsi and some popcorn and a hot dog, and then everybody was putting their jackets on at the party.
Oh, I missed it.
The worst is being in the kitchen, gathering it up, and hearing, oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no!
What was the big one? The Michael Spinks fight?
Oh.
Right, it was Tyson Spinks. We all paid for that one. And
that was a good one.
We haven't talked about this in years. How long was the fight?
I want to guess 93 seconds.
It was less than 2 minutes, I believe, right?
Oh, fantastic.
First round knockout.
He just, the way he came out from his corner, just with his head down and just almost running toward the guy.
Yeah.
And then opening up on him.
I think there's a market for redoing these big fights with the guys today. Can you imagine? Yeah, you get a fat Tyson in there with whatever Michael Spinks looks like.
Old
He still looks good.
crackhead-looking Spinks. Does he?
Yeah, I see him. He's a Friar, so I'll see him at the Friars events. And
oh, that's right.
Looks good.
We did meet him at what roast was that?
That was the
Pat Cooper roast. We met Michael
Pat Cooper.
Imagine that, though. Who wouldn't buy that pay-per-view? The Tyson Spinks rematch. A fat Mike Tyson and an in-shape Michael Spinks. That would be a much closer fight.
Yeah.
And he took over. Spinks beat Larry Holmes, man, who was, I think, 49-0.
Yeah.
Going to tie Marciano's record.
The best part of the Tyson Spinks fight, and you can watch it on YouTube, the beauty of the Internet, is when Spinks tries to get up. Go to that part again, where Spinks tries to get up.
Yeah.
He could barely get on a knee before he falls back over, almost over the ropes, over the bottom rope.
Oh, did he get
just knocked him the F out.
He doesn't know where he's looking around like, what? When's the fight?
Now to get this excitement, you got to watch UFC, but watch him. He gets up on a knee and
right on his face. He just falls on his face.
Tyson was the man.
Mike Tyson.
He was the man.
You ever see the Ali, like Muhammad Ali was being interviewed? He was already in bad shape by Arsenio.
Sure.
And it was a really tough interview because Ali he was
on his way out already?
Yeah, he's really hard for him to talk.
Yeah.
And they brought Tyson out, the young champion.
Yeah.
Tyson, and Ali's like, I'm afraid of him. And you could see that Ali knew that this kid was a major problem.
Yeah. I'm afraid of him. What's he gonna do? Punch some sense back into your head?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he can talk back like the old Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Thanks for punching me in the head.
Yeah, Ali and Tyson on the same talk show. Good call, Jimmy. I don't remember this going on. I'm gonna watch. Arsenio. I'm gonna watch this later today. Hey, speaking of fat, our governor, the blind governor, who's outraged by the SNL skit, whatever. Just take your little beating and move on.
Well, Ali was still kind of with it. You don't remember how long ago Arsenio was on.
Well,
until you look at that fade hair.
Arsenio, that's 20 years easy.
Jesus.
I think he was late 80s, right?
Yep, early 90s. And there was, I can't see who Tyson's on there with, but it was kind of cool. The thing that was cool about this.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh, I couldn't
You got
see.
Sugar Ray, you got Muhammad, and you got Tyson all on the same couch.
And just to see these other guys acting like little kids around Ali was kind of, everybody was kind of, I guess.
Jimmy's got one of these memories.
Yeah, it's called Worthless.
Pull that. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And Muhammad Ali was already, slower?
Sure he was.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this later. All right, listen, moving on. I was talking about Patterson. Speaking of fat, the blind governor who's all mad about the SNL skit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Get over it. It's a joke. Relax. We should be mad at what he's doing.
Taxing sight is probably the worst thing he can do.
There you go.
And he said he likes good jokes, but I mean,
That's a damn good one right there.
His favorite is two Jews walk into a bar. I've done that too.
Take that one, stupid. Can't take a little joke from SNL. But then he turns around, he outrages everybody in New York State. He wants to go with a fat tax.
Yeah.
He wants to go with a fat tax?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not a fan of the people that indulge themselves to a point they get ridiculously big. I understand we all,
of course,
have our struggles, but you can't tax.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tax fatty stuff. People are living paycheck to paycheck already, and now we got to deal with another tax.
He must hate those votes when they all go, the ayes have it. Mine don't. He has to vote nay on everything.
The worthless orbs have it. Those dead marbles have it.
That's right. More blind jokes, Gov. He wasn't in a paper saying he could take a joke. All right, we'll see.
Yeah, well, he was a little upset at that SNL thing. They got a little carried away, I guess, with the allegations of cocaine use and whores.
They didn't get carried away at all. They were just
his blindness. They were just goofing on that.
They were just going with some of the stuff that Governor Patterson said himself.
Yeah.
Making him look a little silly walking into the camera shots and stuff while they were trying to do other things and
holding the chart upside down.
That's just funny stuff.
Come on, what are you gonna do?
And he would actually be doing that if he didn't have people holding him back. Like, no, don't move. Stand right where you are.
He actually does
look a little
pretty
more
good.
to the right, so it looks like you're looking into the camera.
He does pretty good, aside from the wacky look sometimes.
He seems like he's in control and knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
up there in Albany, but this obesity tax is just ridiculous.
Yeah, he wants to tax non-sugar-free soda. What other products he want to tax?
Well,
Cheetos.
I don't even know.
Cookies.
Let's hit the news story here and we'll find out. But...
Antimendona.
In an effort to close the $15 billion state budget gap, New York Governor David Patterson is calling for a 15% tax on soft drinks. If you drink diet, you're okay. The tax would only be imposed on regular sodas. The logic, it could generate more than $400 million while helping to curb obesity.
Well, that's wonderful, but how about you find that money somewhere else?
And then
I don't even
going to curb obesity.
And I don't even drink soda. I have maybe 3 sodas a year.
Yeah.
But enough with the taxing. People can't afford crap as it is. They don't need more taxes put on them.
Or just tax fat people. Like, anytime you walk into a store, you step on a scale, and people go, give us a few bucks. We're uncomfortable looking at you.
Just instead of a weight, a money amount.
That's pretty much what
in on the scale, and you have to pay that.
That's pretty much what they're getting at with this, right?
Yeah,
I guess he sees what the smoking...
No, he doesn't.
I guess he sees what the cigarette tax has done. Taxing the hell out of cigarettes. So he's like, look, we could generate more money doing the same thing with soda.
Yeah.
That's just BS.
Yeah.
Find the money somewhere else.
Nothing left to tax.
And now they want to like put the tolls on the
free bridges now on the east side of New York City.
That's wonderful.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
How about you talk to the regular Joe out there and to find out that they can't afford this stuff.
Joe the plumber?
Not Joe the plumber. We might have Joe the plumber on, I think, soon.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy suggested, only ask him plumbing questions.
Yeah.
Nothing political. I just want to know about vent pipes, traps, toilets, elbows.
Joe, I got to jiggle the handle. What do I do?
PVC versus cast. Joe, go.
Pose on regular sodas. The logic, it could generate more than $400 million while helping to curb obesity.
It's good to, keep kids healthier. Sodas have a quick fix for kids, so.
For that reason, some public health advocates like the soda tax, hoping it will lead to healthier choices.
You know what? That is ridiculous. People are going to continue drinking their soda. No one's going to get healthier because you tax soda.
Yeah. They're just going to...
They're just going to pay more for their soda.
And it's not going to make
people
people healthier. You think it's only soda that make people fat? It's only soda. People are still going to be unhealthy and obese, eating crappy food.
Well, it's under the guise that they're taking care of people by trying to make them healthier. No, they're trying to get more money from us.
They need cash.
They don't give a crap about your health. Whenever they talk about your health, just stop listening. They don't care about you.
Instead of taxing the crap out of people, where are the cuts? I want to hear what they're cutting. Because you always, whenever, especially in good, prosperous times, you constantly hear about the government overspending for everything.
Right.
And it's almost a joke. Like when you hear the typical old cliche $10,000 for a hammer or something like that. But there's so many redundant jobs in the government and things that are just business as usual that they never think of cutting because it's just been that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like taxing the people has been that way forever. So instead of making a real difference, and this Obama's talking change, and the change is the same old story, tax, how about cutting the government, slimming down the government and saving a crap load of money? Let these poor bastards try to get out and get a job after they've been booted out of some cushy government job. Enough.
Blue Healer from Kentucky, they should heavily tax seeing eye dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Patterson's being selfish. He wants a $2,000 tax on glasses. He's just thinking of things that he's not going to use over explaining a mediocre joke.
Yeah. They should heavily tax sunglasses, right? Yeah.
Of course, Visine.
Yes, bowling alleys, movie theaters. But he wants headphones discounted tremendously.
Heavily taxed blues musicians. Wherever you get the money, right, Gov? Jerk. Hope SNL does another blind skit. Are they done for the year?
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks. I would love to see if they have balls to do another blind skit.
They bringing some new people in next year because they dumped a few, didn't they?
Well, Amy Poehler's done.
Amy Poehler's gone.
Poehler's done.
Didn't she re-up? I heard she re-upped to do Hillary.
They may make short appearances, but she's got a sitcom in development.
Okay.
So she said goodbye on Saturday, and you won't see Tina Fey back there saying unless it's a guest spot.
Well, that was a special thing because Sarah Palin comes out of nowhere to look just like Tina Fey.
They
knew that wasn't going to last.
They brought in 2 or 3 people in the last couple of weeks. You just kind of saw them woven in.
Yeah, Amy Poehler, man, she was really funny.
Yeah.
She's a funny lady.
I've watched her improv at Second City. Like she'll go on sometimes, and they do I think a Sunday show, whatever night of the week it is, and she's brilliant, man. I mean, she's really
She
funny.
is really funny. Her and Tina Fey, you got to give it to them.
Why can't one politician just have like a little fat neck and a weak? Why can't I look like the next guy where they need me and like he blinks rapidly and he's not a good actor? I mean,
yeah.
Perfect impression.
Hey, did we have Amy Poehler on back when the Upright Citizens Brigade came in? When we were on NEW?
Might have.
I think we might have had her on, now that I think about it, before she was famous. I'm going to have to look at old pictures. This is not true, Dennis. Dennis in PA, what's up?
What?
Hey, I want to play devil's advocate on the whole soda tax.
Sure.
suppose they tax the soda, and people say, all right, Gov, we're not going to drink your soda anymore. Now they don't get their $400 million, and your soda companies turn into GM and Chrysler.
I don't think the
Looking
devil
for
would
money to
care
bail
about
out.
this.
Companies go out of business. People lose jobs.
Dennis, no one is giving up soda anytime soon.
I know, but I'm like you. I don't drink soda either. But, you know, it probably used to when we were younger.
Look,
but we got smart and gave it up.
Look, you got to fight for all this stuff. You can't just allow the government to keep taxing you. I could care less about people being taxed for soda, but you can't allow this. It's ridiculous.
No, I understand.
It doesn't affect me personally, but it's enough already. If you talk to people on the street, they're living paycheck to paycheck, and now the governor is trying to find $400 million, so he's going to tax soda? Soda?
I agree. I agree, but
that's the only thing people look forward to these days. A stupid sandwich and a can of soda. Leave them alone.
Soda.
Just leave them alone.
Or a pop. Some places they call it a pop.
Well, upstate they do. That's right. It is New York
west.
State. So, yeah, upstate they did the pop thing, too.
Pennsylvania, too.
I asked for a soda once. They looked at me like I had two heads.
Right.
Can I have a soda? I guess a soda is like when you order a scotch and soda. It's like just club soda.
Yeah.
Or seltzer or something like that.
Right.
You do have two heads.
Damn it, you're right.
Let's go to Jersey. John, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's
Happy
up?
birthday, Jimmy.
I think.
They're cutting $35 million out of the FDNY budget. There's actually stations that are only open during the day. They're closed at night. They're closing houses all over the place.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a fireman that was caught calling in false alarms and starting fires.
Yeah.
Because they were closing down his firehouse.
Yeah. Well, he was a little outraged.
Hey,
He was a little pissed.
We're needed here. All of a sudden, there's huge fires going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $35 million off the FDNY.
Oh, yeah, that's a big story. They're cutting those boys down. Ridiculous. Baltimore checking in. Greg, how are you?
Hey, boys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Listen, I just wanted to I'm sorry.
No, we just said good morning. Go ahead.
You are sorry.
Oh, okay. Down here in Baltimore, our mayor has not only cut the fire department budget, cut the police budget, cut overtime for police officers. Crime is up. She fired people in her staff and gave herself a raise.
That's always good when they give themselves raises. They vote themselves a raise.
Oh, they didn't even vote it. They snuck it in. Nobody knew.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Merry Christmas.
All right, Greg, thank you.
It's not going to be a Merry Christmas for a lot of people.
You missed it. Yesterday, we learned that the lady who's been firing everybody.
Right.
She was known as what again?
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
Uh-huh.
And it was a known fact if the Grim Reaper came to your radio station here in New York. You know, CBS owns a bunch of stations in New York.
Yeah.
To bring everyone on board. She was the Grim Reaper. If she showed up at your station, you knew there was trouble going down.
Some people are getting thrown out the door.
And our whole job for the company in the last month or so was to fire people, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, they fired her while you were away.
How do you kill the Grim Reaper?
But Jimmy makes a good point. That means maybe the firings are done, and maybe we're going to skate after all.
Well, they got a cheaper Reaper.
Or they got a cheaper Reaper.
They figure they could do it by email now.
Right.
Or just hire some messenger to show up with a get out notice.
I had a little hope, but now, all right, now I'm wondering.
One never know.
Yeah. But that's how crazy things are. The lady that felt good about her job because she's the one that fires everybody gets fired.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Out the door.
It was awful. She'd actually walk into the room carrying a boombox playing Don't Pay the Ferryman. It was just too morbid. How old am I?
She should have pulled you're fired.
Well.
When they sat her down.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, I'm sorry, we're going to have to... You're fired.
You're fired. I beat you to the punch.
Wait a minute. How can I fire you if you just fired me?
That's a good point.
We're going to have to let you go. No, you're not.
Why don't people just start rebelling against these firings? No, I'm not going anywhere.
Just keep coming to work.
I'm staying at my desk.
Sit at your desk. Hey, we got Pete Wentz coming in today from Fallout
What?
Boy. Yeah, there are new CDs in stores today. Why am I looking at a picture of his penis?
Why wouldn't you be?
Sam freaking puts the bio together, and look what he... What is he... What,
Oh,
Sam!
he's certainly dead.
What's this about?
He did with his cell phone cam what we all do with our cell phone cams.
Why are you showing me this?
Sam, comment.
It's information I thought you guys should have.
Oh.
So what? These pictures came from his sidekick, and there was an oopsie and made it onto the internet. One of those.
If I just wrote about it, you guys would be like, "Yeah, but what did it look like?"
Oh, we sent it to a fan, though.
Yeah, we would.
You got to respect that.
Jimmy will have something to talk about with Mr. Wentz.
I don't know how to send it. No, you must have a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
We could discuss that, how you send the naked pictures to fans.
We could email ours
with
the iPhone.
That's
you
true.
know.
That's cute. That's a cute little
Because
thing.
now at least people know if they want to send me a picture, they email it to me, which is pretty cool because then I can pop it right up on the iPhone. The text feature, not being able to send pictures, is still a pain in the ass. But
all right.
And wouldn't you? Why is it on the internet? Like, did fan just post it after this guy sent his hog?
We're gonna ask him when he gets in here. Is he here yet?
He's not here yet. I think he said before that they stole his sidekick or something.
Okay. And
they hacked into it.
And he has crushes on guys, but he's saying he's not gay or something. Like he had a crush on
John Mayer.
John Mayer.
A man crush?
He said anything above the waist is cool by him. So, like, he'll make out with a dude or whatever, but he won't go below the waist.
Wow.
What is that about?
That's questionable.
What is that about?
To say the least.
What does that mean?
We'll have to ask him, huh?
Wow, Sam.
Well done.
Didn't we learn on the show that as soon as you start the kissing thing, then you're officially
gay? Because
if you do anything else, you're kind of not. But as soon as you start the man-on-man kiss, then
that's worse than the hardcore stuff. It's worse than below the waist.
It has been said on the show a few times. That's the line for some people. Well, when you start really, getting sensual and making out with another dude.
Yeah.
The back, when the back of your fingers are caressing the other dude's cheek. That's kind of creepy. Like when you're laying in a pillow with another man, right? And you're over him, and you do the soft kiss.
Oh, Jimmy.
But then you sneak up and you kiss the tip of his nose and brush your fingers against his stubble.
And feel.
That makes it gay, right?
A little.
A little.
But he says anything above the waist is okay?
That's what I've read.
That goes against what we talk about.
I agree.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
I've seen you with Bob Kelly.
No, but it wasn't like sensual. It was a peck.
Yeah.
And you were doing it for a TV show.
Yeah.
You know, when I was watching Borat last night, this probably means nothing to anybody, but you know the hooker that he kind of picks up in the movie?
Yeah.
You know that she was one of the comedians that did the pilot with us? And I didn't even know when we were doing
that?
No!
Oh, right.
I did not know that. We did a pilot for Comedy Central. They never got back to us, by the way, for the people that are wondering. They officially never got back to us about our pilot.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I understand. But what's her name, Jimmy?
Sherry something, I think. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but she's a huge black comedian with dyed blonde hair.
Yeah.
And she was in Borat, and most of us saw the movie. I'm like, what? That she was the one that did the pilot with us. I had no idea.
I wasn't even there that day, and I knew she was the one that did the pilot with you guys.
It's just I loved Borat, but I never made the connection when I saw her.
I didn't love Borat. I liked it.
I loved it.
I thought it was very.
We watched the second half again last night. That movie is strong.
Yeah, the more times you watch it, the little things you pick up on that are just, he's hysterical.
Now, the Pamela Anderson scene, I know we're talking about something that came out a couple of years ago. She obviously was in on it.
Yeah, I wasn't buying that.
Was the security guards that tackled them pretty hard in the parking lot, were they in on it? That's what I can't figure out. Because now what's fun about Borat, it's like, okay, that person's in on it. Like the black hooker, in on it.
Yeah.
You know? You figure out who was brought into the movie and who was surprised by his antics.
Yeah.
Security guards tackling him in the parking lot as Pamela Anderson's running away. She was definitely in on it. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Were the security guards in on it? They took him down hard.
Yeah, they did, but he'll go to great lengths.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have got that close, I don't think. If they weren't in on it, they would have just. I don't think it would have gotten into the parking lot.
So then the question is, Borat. Sasha goes, okay, look, I'm going to do this thing. You got to make it look real. So make believe this is really going down and do whatever you have to
face plant me.
Yeah, because that's the only other option. Because they took him down hard right on the pavement. All right, we got to take a break. Opie and Anthony, Pete Wentz on the way, and also a child writes to Santa.
Aw,
and Santa's now in trouble. Santa's now in trouble.
Uncle Santa.
And we get these stories every year. There's a Christmas song they're not allowed to sing at school anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah, because of a dopey mother getting involved.
Rudolph the...
Opie and Anthony. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Fallout Boy, I don't care. Catchy as hell, Pete. Pete Wentz in studio. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Getting up for the day, I guess.
I hear you.
Too early or what?
No, I'm still on LA time, so it's like
4:30,
I guess.
Yeah, then it's even better.
Right now, it's early for me.
Do you wake up or just kind of stay up?
No, I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. I try to get
You get a few hours sleep in?
Yeah.
Not living that rock star thing where you stay up all hours and don't wake up till noon.
No, not really. Well, I mean, I guess I mean the big elephant in the room is that I have a kid.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to do that.
Seemed like a good idea at the time, huh?
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things where I'm up every 3 hours anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
You were the DJ at a party I was at. It was the UFC party when Forrest Griffin beat Rampage Jackson that weekend, and it was Dana White. It was the worst party ever. There was like 90 guys and 2 prostitutes dancing with UFC guys. It was the worst. It wasn't the music that was bad. It was just the fact there were no chicks there. What the hell is the UFC doing?
I don't know. I know that I played a lot of really bad 80s music. I remember that. That was one of the problems. I remember the music was a little too quiet.
Yeah.
And I remember when Rampage walked by me, I thought I was literally going to be murdered. I was like 4 inches away from him, and it was the scariest moments of my life.
That was the fight where he had problems afterwards, right?
Yeah, he was probably on his energy drink binge by that point.
Because we've had him in, and he couldn't have been nicer and sweeter. We love Rampage.
Yeah.
And we hear he's back on track, which is very, very good news.
No, the problem wasn't the music. It wasn't the music at all. It was literally Dana's invite guest was all men, and I was very creeped out by it. It was just me and stupid Bob Kelly standing there.
You would think the women would love the UFC thing, right?
You'd think.
But no.
No.
All right, we're going to have to... Dana's a good friend of ours. We're going to have to call him and ask him about that.
I think they like some of the guys, but then they watch it for 2 seconds and realize that they're complete maniacs.
Yeah.
They kind of think, they probably picture in their head, I burned dinner one night. What's that going to be like?
Yeah.
There's no tapping out on the kitchen floor. You're pretty much taking your beating.
Well, this is what I do for a living. What's wrong, right?
Yeah.
We have, I guess we have to ask you, because our Sam put pictures of your penis, which, look, we've all done it. I mean, please, what's the use of technology if not to do that and send it to somebody? Of course.
What is the point of a camera phone, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
What happened? Did like the fan you send it to like give it out, or did it how did that get out?
Well, what I think the way I think it got out was it was sent to an ex-girlfriend, and I think that is how it got out. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Whatever. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, you must have leaked it on your own because it's like it makes your band way bigger, this and that. I'll be honest. There's a lot of better ways to make your band bigger than to... it's like having the entire world walk in on you taking a dump.
It doesn't hurt, though.
How can an ex-girlfriend not be trusting?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, too, that what you should have done is because the giveaway is the tattoo, because you got the stomach tattoo. It's like next time you do that, you should just leave the T-shirt down. Make sure the tats are covered. If the tats are covered, they can never prove it's your hobby.
Jim's a pro at this.
Jim knows how to do this the right way.
I always position my camera so there's no giveaways. There's nothing with me in the room.
It's like your new book is right there.
Yeah, exactly. Or there's like a mirror showing my fat face on the side. I always make sure it's just...
You ever see some of those things? I don't know if they're scams or not, but like an old teapot that was being sold on eBay, and you could see the guy's reflection in it as he was taking the picture of it, and he's completely naked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You could see a subtle reflection of him, just gut hanging out. Schlong.
That is crazy.
It's the kind of reaction you get from that. You get like, hey, hi, how you doing?
So, John Mayer's...
Nice one, something like that.
John Mayer's... Oh, go ahead.
Anthony's asking about Pete's compliments on his penis.
Yeah. Asking if you've gotten compliments.
I mean, like, you know, I don't know. People always talk to me about it and, like, you know, whatever. Think it's, you know, I've gotten past it, you know, whatever. There was, like, a 24-hour period where I was, like, literally didn't want to talk to anybody, but now I don't really care. It's kind of funny. It's, like, it's weird because, like, when you're on tour and you're in arenas, you take, you know, like, jailhouse showers. That's what the showers are set up like. And now I don't care about it at all. It's like I can just walk around and it doesn't really bug me, you know. Before it was like, oh my God, I better wear my like bathing suit in there. Now it's like everybody's seen the machinery, and might as well. It doesn't really matter, you know.
Just scrub a dub.
Yeah.
Was that the first one you took and sent? Because I'll just describe the pictures briefly, not to harp on them in a homoerotic fashion, but I believe me, I understand the setup. There's a lot of angles you got to take. You want it to look very natural and
impressive.
Yet, you don't want it to look like you just stepped out of a freezing shower.
You got to prepare it properly.
Were these just like the first shots you took, or was there a couple that you took that you deleted? You're like, no, that's no good. That's no good.
I'm sure I did. Yeah. I mean, you know, the beauty of the camera phone is that you take a bad angle and you're like, oh man, I should have shot my dong from the left side. You know. I don't know.
I actually positioned a midget next to mine. So it just looked.
One of those small cans of Coke.
Yeah, like a little mini Baby Ruth bar. All right, good. So, what were you saying about John Mayer?
Well, we're trying to figure out this guy crush thing there, Pete, to be completely honest with you. Sam, what were you saying just before Pete came in? I want to make sure we don't misrepresent this.
No, I just said when I was doing my research online, it said that what he said was that above the waist, it's all good, but below the waist on guys, he's not interested in that.
Right. But you would kiss another guy?
I think this was said probably, you know, about 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. And that was more in a... It was kind of like a shock value thing, but it was kind of more in the way that, you know, I'd be going down the street and someone would be like, hey, you're a... You know, I don't want to say it on air, you know, like, but, you know... whatever word for gay people.
Derogatory
term for gay people. And I'd be like, you know, if that's the worst someone's going to say about me, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I am one. Who cares? You know, whatever. But, like, there was never a point where I was like, hey, I'm really into men or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, can I sit here and tell you, like, Johnny Depp, I know Johnny Depp's a good-looking guy? Yeah, he is. I think he is a good-looking dude, you know, whatever. Do I want to, you know... Give him a BJ? No.
Would you snuggle with him?
No.
All right. It's because the weird thing is, like, when I was a kid, I had this thing with Kiss when I was a little boy, and it was almost like I have to look at it and go, that it was beyond just like being a kid liking. Did I have like a thing for them? I wanted them to hug me. It wasn't like I just like rocked out with
as
them.
a band.
Yes.
The whole band? There wasn't just one guy?
I think Paul was my favorite.
Paul?
Yeah, of course, but I wanted them to hurt me.
Run your fingers through his hairy chest?
No, I didn't want to do that. But
no?
I mean, no.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, just asking.
Or maybe we think that, like, anytime you have an affectionate feeling for another man, that there's got to be some homoeroticism to it, and it's not.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. You could just be buddies.
But you wanted to be held by Kiss. I mean,
yes,
you tell
much.
that classic story where you... What was it? It was a dream or something?
No, it was a recurring daydream where Kiss would beat me, and this is the truth. They would hurt me and throw me down the stairs with their makeup on, and then they would hug me and love me and make everything better while I cried. And that was when I was like 7 and 8 years old.
Ghoul you
that
are.
was my recurring fantasy. Is that they would like, it's all right, and they would just comfort me and wipe my tears. It's just
but
creepy.
they did it.
Have you guys had him in?
Oh, yeah, and he made me actually tell
times.
Paul Stanley the story. It was
many
amazing.
times. Yeah,
and Paul
awesome.
hugged me. Yeah, it was kind of nice.
Paul hugged you. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but Anthony hates Gene Simmons. But let's not bring it up right now.
Gene's a tool.
That could take away from the Pete Wentz interview that is going down right now.
You now in 2005, is this accurate? We never know if our stuff is accurate or not. Did you really take an overdose on purpose? Was that like, were you really going to check out?
I think it was like a shut my head off kind of thing. I've never sat here. Everyone else sat here and said, you know, like, oh, it's a suicide attempt. You were trying to kill yourself. But you know what? At that point of my life, I just wanted to turn my head off. I wanted to turn my brain off, kind of.
What was going on with it?
Man, so much. I was I was being prescribed a lot of stuff, and I was mixing them together because I thought I knew better than the doctor. And the more stuff you mix together, the stranger your brain chemistry gets, and you start thinking weird things. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't smart. I wouldn't recommend anyone do it. I'm glad a lot of people were like, yo, that was your best record. Those are the best shows I ever saw. Like, dude, those 4 years or 3 years of my life were a total haze where I hated myself and didn't want to be around. And so I'm glad I made it out. And so for when people go, oh, that was awesome, it's kind of always weird for me because I'm like, I didn't even like myself then at all.
Hey, I got to ask you, what was the weirdest thought you had during that period that you could remember? Because I think that's really, really interesting.
Man, a lot of times I was taking I was taking like Klonopin, and then I was taking Xanax. I was taking Klonopin, and then I was taking Ambien, and I would have all kinds of, the Ambien ones were weird. I had to have my friends record me because I would just say weird stuff. There was one where I was recording where I was like, oh, you want to talk to Pete? You can't talk to Pete right now. He's not here right now. You can't talk to Pete, or whatever. It's like, Ambien's a weird thing, man. Don't take that and stay up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah, that's why they
weird,
say
a real
fall asleep after you take it.
Yeah, a real weird side of you comes out.
Yeah. Huh.
I knew somebody who would night cook on Ambien.
What's night cook mean?
Would get up and start cooking. Not finish things and go to sleep.
Right.
And the stove would be on fire.
People, I hear about it. There's night sex. Jack Nicholson talks about how he woke up in his car, out just out behind his house or whatever, and he was like, I'm not going to take that anymore, So.
Now, when you said you were trying to shut off the head, because I kind of been there at one point, so I definitely get that. Were you saying all right, I'm going to take X amount of things, and you took it, and what actually what was happening that night, or what stopped the process? What stopped it?
I was on the phone with my manager, and he heard me slurring my words, and at that point I didn't, drink at all, and it was like he knew something was going on, and I was being really weird or whatever, and he called my mom. Mom called me, and my mom, it's kind of like a lame whatever story, but that's just how it happened. My mom picked me up and went to the hospital, and, the rest is history, I guess.
They pump your stomach?
Yeah, they do the charcoal thing, and, whatever. It's not a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I did that stuff when I was a teenager, the cutting thing, but then it was bad, and I knocked on the door and woke my parents. It's embarrassing. You look back on it.
So embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm cutting.
Yeah,
I'm
a cutter.
Yeah,
notice me.
It's so embarrassing.
You couldn't just wait until someone noticed. You had to be like,
That's the part that's humiliating.
Yeah,
if they had just busted in on a whim and seen me laying there, all right, I gave it a shot, and whatever, I missed. But this was one where I was like, I just wanted a little attention, and then I knocked
I'm a cutter because of you.
Oh, just.
Yuck.
So I'm always interested in other people's.
Yeah,
vibes.
Sometimes you got to kind of not think so much. Don't you think people that are kind of stupid or kind of lucky?
Totally.
It's like I hate when you're sitting there and thinking too much. That's why I get goofed on a lot, because I leave the TV on at night and I fall asleep with something on, because I don't like just laying there with my own thoughts. Sometimes they run to nasty places.
No, me too. And it's bonkers, because it's at that point it's I feel like anxiety generalizes so fast. It's I wasn't flying on airplanes, and then soon I didn't want to get in cars. I didn't want to get on elevators.
Wow.
You become agoraphobic.
Yeah, it happens so fast, and it's I don't know. I think a lot more people go through it than, at some point in their life than the world would like to admit. And the funny thing about I think about America is we want people to be happy all the time, and we never want people to be like, it's okay that you're down, you're feeling kind of crummy, let's get you feeling better, rather than just being put on a smile, what I'm saying? Figure out your life.
Yeah, I went through some crap like that with anxiety for a couple of years, and never understood it, where it came from, or what the hell, or what it would do to you if you let it just go. You always think you're going to end up in a straitjacket, running around a padded room. And then I remember one day I was just so fed up with it.
Did it just click off?
No, I said to myself, okay, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. I'm going to rip my clothes off, run down the street, and end up in a mental institution. Go ahead. I don't care at this point.
Right.
And nothing happened. And then after that, it got better.
Yeah, I literally could not, when our band was breaking, from under the cork tree, I could not get on an airplane. We drove everywhere.
Wow.
And everyone was like, it's going to end. One day it's just going to click off and you're going to be fine. And I swear to God, one day it just did.
Did the rest of the band fly?
Yeah, but some of them were nice guys and would ride with me, give me company. you know.
Yeah, the first time I flew in years, and it was because of anxiety, was when we had to go out to L.A.
For the X Games?
No. That was the first time we flew to Boston from Boston to L.A.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
That was the first time in years I had flown because I always put it off. I was petrified, And then I had to get on this plane because it was, a great gig.
And you can't really drive cross country when you have to be there by Monday.
That's why I drank a case of beer before I even walked on the airplane.
Well, that explains a lot of things now. Oof. They cut them off on the plane. How many people get cut off on a plane?
I was nice about it.
No, 2 people in history, you and Richard Reed, the shoe bomber, have been cut off from alcohol on a plane. I had a paralyzing fear of it, too. It's like I thought it was going to hurt my career. Like, 'cause I would not get on a plane. And I finally said, okay, I'll fly. I had to go to a festival in Denver. And we're halfway through the flight, and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem with the fuel transfer. We're going to have to make an unscheduled landing in Chicago. So they're jettisoning fuel out the wings. And this is like when I finally muster up the courage to get on a plane.
Yeah.
And they have to shoot fuel out and then land. It was hard. It was hard. And the woman next to me was really old, and she had dumpster breath. I'll never forget the old lady with horrible breath sitting next to me.
We're going to light the fuel so it looks cool.
What?
Yeah, those guys can handle it. They might as well make it look cool for everybody else.
So you're married?
I am.
And you have a kid. It's almost like a normal life. Is it like is it changing the way you do business outside, or has it changed nothing?
What do you mean as far as business?
Just touring and the way you carry yourself in the career. I mean, aside from the obvious, you have to get less sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I find myself going into dad mode, like we're playing shows and I see kids in the front row getting crushed, and I'm like, the dad in me wants to be like, hey, chill out, calm down a little bit. Yeah,
That's
which
so
is kind of
odd,
That is weird.
It's weird. It's weird because it's like it flips on too. It's the most cliche thing. Everyone's like, it changed. It does. You are gonna change, but I swear to God, it really is true.
Yeah, my brother said that because he just had a kid, and he's like, yeah, when I gotta leave, go on a gig or something like that, he goes, she'll look at me and stuff, and I could kind of tell this thing is starting where it's like she kind of knows I'm going somewhere, and he goes, when it gets to the point where she's like, oh, do you have to go, Daddy? He goes, that's going to be a problem.
Really?
Yeah. This is my brother who didn't give a flying F about anything.
Just to do his drugs.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then, boom, he has a kid, and I always call it falling asleep next to the bean pod in, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Because it's like, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to. And then you wake up, it was all fine. Please join us. Why didn't you? And then you're a dad, and everything revolves around your kid.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You're living for someone else. It's strange.
So I could,
cool.
run off places and do whatever the hell I want.
What? This might sound like a stupid Charlie Rose question. I'm curious because I'm not a parent. What one quality in yourself, or what part of your personality, would you really not want to pass on?
I would definitely not want to pass on my. I think I have a big mouth. I tend to talk a lot, and I have a short fuse. I wouldn't want to pass on either of those. I'm also a short guy, so that's the physical trait I would not want to pass on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you one of those, a lot of those little dudes? It's like Curly from Mice and Men, I think his name was. Those little dudes that just don't like big guys, that are always kind of making up for the fact that they're Napoleon.
Yeah, I'm not I don't have a Napoleon complex. I'm not always trying to fight people or anything like that. I size it up. I realize that I'm gonna get beat up, or whatever. But at the same time, I don't want my kid I want his life to be as normal as possible. I don't want him to have to grow up and you have to hear oh, your dad's a D-bag for the rest of his life or whatever. So at some point I'm gonna have to become an un-D-bag on the internet somehow.
Yeah.
And the fact that they said that about Napoleon, somebody should have knocked the microphone into my teeth.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just I had an insight. By the way, Napoleon. People said
when you're in the arts, though, it's a lot easier because a lot of actors are of shorter stature. A lot of musicians. Look at Sully from Godsmack.
I know.
He's a short guy, but he carries himself no
one's going to tell him he's short.
Yeah.
You learn how to box from an early age. Pete, you got a real busy day. I'm hearing you only have a few minutes left here, and we want to get some of this info out. Free Nokia show in Times Square today.
We are, yeah. We're
Fallout Boy.
Yeah, we're playing at the Nokia Theater, which is pretty exciting.
For free?
Yeah, and that's what's cool about it. It's because it's like when I realize as a band, when we realize there's a recession, the first thing to go is the arts. You know what I'm saying? Music, that's the first thing that really gets cut, you know. And so it's good to be able to play for your fans and play a free show and give back a little bit. We tried to play for free at Washington Square Park yesterday. We just showed up with acoustic guitars, and the police were not happy.
It failed miserably?
Yeah, they told us we would be arrested.
When the Beatles did it and U2 did it, everyone looked the other way. But Fallout Boy?
We showed up and we were told if we picked up our guitars, we'd be arrested.
You need a permit tax.
There's homeless people playing chess for drug money in Washington Square Park.
Jimmy,
Why
there's homeless people playing guitars.
Yeah.
You should have picked up your guitars and just taken the hit.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Were there a lot of fans there? Because I'm sure it got out on the internet and all that.
Yeah, a lot of kids showed up, but it was really calm and it was really easy and, whatever. You win some, you lose some or whatever. But the cool thing is that, tonight's going to be free and it's also going to be, webcast in L.A. as well at the same time.
Man.
So it should be a cool, fun show.
So what do the cops get you on? Just some kind of permit thing?
Oh, yeah. It's all about whether we have a permit or not. I think I don't really know. I mean,
I think just slap disorderly on anything.
I think that,
you know what? But we need a little fun out there. Let the Fallout Boys play a little.
I don't think people like fun anymore.
No,
it doesn't seem like it. You know,
you need a fun tax.
Yeah,
you can't just go with something anymore. Everything has to be like, all right, you got to follow the rules. You got to get your permits. Got to get this.
Yeah,
people let some of this stuff happen.
People don't like free fun, at least.
Right.
You know, they want there to be like a ticket and a wristband, and like you can buy a whatever hot dog there or whatever. It's like
that's too bad.
You know,
and then you got Letterman tonight. That's huge.
Yeah, that'll be a blast. That's always fun.
So you guys got I have a couple things to promote. And, I'm in the website's PeteWentz.com, and you guys are tonight doing a signing at 11:30 p.m. It's at Virgin here in New York in Times Square, and it's only for an hour. So I guess people should probably get there early.
Yeah.
They're only signing for an hour tonight. And the new CD, the new Fall Out Boy CD, how do you say it?
Fully I do. But to be honest with you, if we were hanging out with anyone who spoke French here, they would tell us we were doing it wrong.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't matter how you say it. And they think it's really funny. Like we'll go on French radio shows, and they're speaking, and then they go into this like American joke accent when they say "folie à deux."
Oh, really?
And then they all laugh, and we're kind of sitting there. We're like, and our translator's like a nice guy, so he won't be like, "Oh, they're making fun of you right now."
What does it mean?
It means the shared madness of two. So it was like a French psychological term from the 30s, and it's relevant in the way that like one person's psychosis and another person's psychosis kind of come together and create one. So you could think about it in the way of like Britney Spears and the paparazzi, or Dick Cheney and George Bush, or like it's so relatable. It's just like, and it's an untreatable thing. It's like these two people become so crazy, but it's like their own form of craziness, And I think a lot of people have gone through that in relationships, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like they say, two sick ones don't make a healthy one.
Exactly.
I've heard that every single relationship I've ever been in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, keep trying to find a sicker one. So that's what you do, is like, because I got major problems, so you try to find someone that's more of a psychopath than you are, so you feel healthy.
Good luck with that.
Yes, and you can abandon them someday.
Hey, you're downplaying the whole thing that happened in Washington Square Park. So the cops show up, and then there was an impromptu sing-along?
Yeah, the kids were pretty cool. They Patrick was there, and we just decided we sang a cappella, and it was fun. It was a good time, anyway. And no one got arrested, so.
All right. Well, we'll get you out of here. Pete, you're all right, man. I didn't know what to think, because, you got a lot of stuff going on out there, and you're, what am I trying to say?
We enjoyed the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very honest guy. We like that. A lot of you guys come in and it's like, man, the penis thing, I don't want to talk about that. And then you sit there like, well, what do you want to talk about, dummy?
Yeah.
It's good that you're honest. So why don't we play a track from the new CD, Fall Out Boy, America's Sweetheart. Thank you, Pete Wentz.
Thanks, guys.
This is America's Sweetheart. It happened again. Opie and Anthony had a fine interview with Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
He was very cool. He was very, like you said, he was very honest about everything.
That's not what I'm talking about. As soon as we went to break, he stands up, looks right at Jimmy. Hey, where do we hang out? I hung out with you. Where was it? He was all confused. He's looking at Jimmy. And then they're going through some things. And Jimmy goes, the UFC thing? No. We hung out recently.
I saw what was happening, so I just went, hey, Jimmy's a comedian.
Yeah.
You probably saw him on TV.
Right.
And he goes, yes, that was it, his special.
Another
really
big star.
hysterical, funny, and everything.
Another big star recognizing Jimmy. It's happening all the time now, and it just sickens us.
It's one of those silly things where, like, what happened? Like, a lot of times, a couple of celebrities will bump into each other, and like we know each other's faces, but we're not exactly sure where, and then we laugh about it after.
A couple of celebrities? You don't just mean a couple of people of similar ilk?
Yeah, no, I used ilk too many times.
I love the similar ilk.
Shatner and I were of similar ilk.
Oh,
similar ilk.
You're just reworking the
Yeah, it turns out Shatner's a Norton fanatic. It's like easy build.
Well,
I know.
He didn't go that far.
He's obsessed.
Calm down.
Shatner was obsessed.
Yeah,
keep it between the lines here, Jim. He sort of recognized you.
I know.
Break. But P. Wentz, no, he knew exactly. And he said you were hilarious. Yeah. He says your special was hilarious and really dirty, and he liked that.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
We got to bring that to the people.
I'm happy HBO's showing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good when they show it.
Yeah. A couple quick hits. Where was that? The Madonna thing. We don't care about that, do we?
What is it?
She gave Guy Ritchie $76 million to go away.
Who cares?
That's easy for her.
But I don't.
That's easy.
Bag of shells.
That's easy. She doesn't want it. She just wants to move on. She's got the money. She's got to be close to a billionaire at this point, right? Someone like Madonna,
Dude,
been doing it, never went away.
Yeah, how long her career's gone, how many hit albums she's had.
Yeah. So I think that's over. It seems like it's over officially. And there was something else, but I can't remember now. So Arena Football is canceling their 2009 season. Not a lot of arena football fans.
I think it's some of the people. No,
I think it's some of the big cities. Yes, but no.
Really?
I know the Islanders would give away like free tickets if you were a season ticket holder for the hockey.
Here's what it is: you never hear anyone that's going, or you never hear anyone that came back from a game and said, "Yeah, I went. It was this, that, the." You know, they don't talk about it like they do football, baseball, basketball, hockey. It's just there.
Yeah.
Like lacrosse is another thing. I know there's lacrosse fanatics out there. Just shut your mouths. You're not packing joints out like it's the Super Bowl.
It's a great sport though. A lot of hitting. I like the lacrosse.
I remember.
I wouldn't go to it.
Lacrosse game, and I think it was some radio thing we had to do up in Boston. Some crap. And we were sitting there waiting to come out and wave to the crowd and throw some T-shirts at him. And there was like an old Indian guy sitting there. Like apparently that's an old Indian sport.
It sure is.
And he was sitting there, and I'm like, wow, there's the original fan. So there was a little lacrosse T-shirt on. Who watches that?
They're probably playing on his ground.
Yeah.
His family used to live there until it was taken by some college. It's like watching a bunch of white people play something in his yard. He's tired of it. Who are these crackers? Colonizing animals we are.
There's something else. It's driving me nuts, but I can't remember. So we'll move on. It'll hit me. It was a good one, too. We do have a child getting Santa in trouble, though. This is a great story. Child writes to Santa.
Now, obviously, the wrong toy.
Well,
Santa gets in trouble. Happens
Did you
all the time.
You ever write a letter to Santa?
Let me think. I was a big letter writer as a kid. And I used to send for stuff. I was always writing somebody. I wrote around Christmas time. I wrote a Christmas card out and sent it to Richard Nixon. And I got one back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was stamped.
Of course it was.
I wanted it to be personal.
Of course it was stamped.
Hello, Anthony. Fellow Jew hater.
He was quite the anti-Semite.
If you want autographs from really big celebrities, it's easy now because they don't get a lot of letters in the mail. Back then, I'm sure there was hundreds coming in every day. So what do you want, Richard Nixon to sit there and sign every single thing? But now I bet you some of these really huge superstars, they would probably sign something real fast and throw it back.
Yeah,
you made it easy
their
for them.
Assistant do it. I would do that. I would send away for things like, you got to cut the box tops off of sugar frosted flakes and send in the little card, and I got something called a Tony Tiger swimmer. And he looked like he was swimming. His arms were in swimming position, and a rubber band was between them, and you wound up his arms, and then in the bathtub, you would make you feel good.
Yeah.
No, you would put it in there and you would swim around the bathtub.
It was fun for about 5 minutes.
I was a little kid, so I would go out, like I sent the letter out, and the next day I'm out by the mailbox, and it was like 4 to 6 weeks it took to be delivered, and I had no concept of time because I was merely a child, and my mother was probably laughing at me because every day I'd go out, it's not here yet. It's like, dummy, it's been 2 days.
Did your dad hear you whining about your Tony the Tiger
he
toy?
Wasn't there. He was in Connecticut screwing his gumar, his girlfriend. Oh, Ro, yeah, how you doing? Wait, yeah.
Hi, Ro?
Yes, Joey.
Yeah, business. I'm going to be stuck in Connecticut tonight.
You take quarters out of vending machines.
Yeah, there's a lot of them up here in Connecticut.
Have fun with your whore.
Okay. Go, you got me.
That was,
She knew?
Of course she knew.
Mm-hmm.
Dad had a little whore. A whore! Connecticut, you have a whore living in your state. Yeah.
Well, this kid wrote a letter to Santa asking for molestation to end.
To end?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was Santa molesting the child.
That's what I thought.
That, when I first saw this on the old internet, maybe I looked at it a little too quickly. I thought Santa was up to no good. But a child writes to Santa, asks for molestation to end. A Texas man has been arrested after a 9-year-old girl wrote to Santa asking that a relative stop touching her and her sister.
Hanging her pink stocking over the fireplace.
What?
Her pink sock.
Her pink sock.
Well, went for the stocking thing,
Yeah. It was hung over the PJs with care.
Uncle Paul's nuts roasting on an open fire.
Criminal complaint says the girl turned the letter in at her elementary school, hoping that Santa was going to read her letter. Santa doesn't exist, you dummy. But the authorities got involved. Interviewed the girl after a school counselor reported the letter. Complaint says investigators believe the molestation occurred over a period of 4 years.
Wow.
The man is charged with continuous sexual abuse of a young child and could face as many as 99 years in prison if convicted. Why not round it up to 100?
Round it up.
What are you doing? 100
years. Wow. Letter to Santa.
Gets the guy.
Hello. I would like a dolly and an easy bake oven. And I don't want my uncle's in my anymore.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you think it was a whole list?
Yeah, I'd like to know what that was.
And you can't put it right at top.
Molestation.
You can't have it as number one.
No, you got to ease into it.
Got to ease into it.
With
right.
some other things.
Can't be at the bottom, though. They're not going to read the whole list on you.
No.
I would
Slip
say,
it in there.
I'd say 3 or 4.
After molestation, then you kind of...
And then go back to toys.
Yeah.
I want a Wii.
A Wii.
So... And then we got this story, another cute Christmas story. We got a mommy getting involved. And, boy, when you mommies get involved, people listen and shut down everything.
Do they?
And ruin the fun for everyone else.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the
Had a version,
holiday
huh?
staple, was nearly banned from a school concert in North Carolina. And that is because a parent complained that Rudolph carries religious overtones. When the song was...
I was going to say I've sang that song. I don't really sing Christmas songs, but I've heard that song, like everyone else, hundreds of times. Where's the religious overtones
I
in that?
would love to know where the religious overtones are because
I'm sure we're
going
to find out, but
there.
do you know off the top of your head?
All I would think of is because it's Christmas based. It's not a no, not the song literally. No.
Huh?
Not literally the song, figuratively. The whole thing with Santa Claus and everything.
Then that would mean every Christmas song. She had a problem with this particular one.
Yeah.
Oh, you think this was the only song they were singing, maybe?
Yeah, so it's for the religions that practice, that participate in Christmas. So what happened? What are the Muslims to do? What are the Muslims going to do?
I don't think she's...
Ate it.
religious overtones. When the song was scratched, pro-Rudolph parents rebelled. So will the kids be able to sing freely at their next concert? So start out by telling us what was so offensive about Rudolph to this parent that she complained to the school and the school board and lawyers got involved.
Well, the problem, Heather...
Lawyers got involved.
That's when the fun starts, when the lawyers get involved. Yeah.
Well, the problem, Heather, was the words Christmas and Santa used in the song. The parent felt that they carried religious overtones that she didn't want her daughter to be exposed to in a secular public school setting.
Okay, well, if they objected to the words Rudolph and Christmas, that has certainly got to
Santa
be a
and
new
Christmas,
low.
dummy. They objected to Santa and Christmas in the song. Then one foggy, non-secular holiday eve.
You think they're taking
a big fat did say.
You think they're taking Christmas, so they're going to take Christmas away from
They've been doing
the
it for
school
years.
system?
They've been doing it for years. As
Not
we become
Christmas.
more, yes, it's holidays now. They call it the holidays. As we become more and more diverse as a nation, instead of people being tolerant and allowing people to do things, especially things that have been traditions over years, it just gets taken away so we don't offend. So it's not offensive to everybody else. Someone puts up a Christmas tree, menorah's got to go next to it. And then some Muslims got to put a severed head next to the whole thing to show what they do. It's just disgusting.
It really is.
A town in Washington had a display from the atheists put up that said organized religion is a hoax, and then someone came and petitioned for a Festivus pole to be put up.
Festivus
So they are putting up a Festivus pole in
Festivus,
Washington
Jerry.
State.
Yeah.
But if you ask people, I mean, the whole religious angle with
That was
Christmas.
the second funniest thing Kramer ever did.
But if you ask people, the whole religion thing has been taken out of Christmas a long time. Who really thinks religion when they are running around to these malls getting a gift for everybody on their dumb list?
Yeah.
Do you really think religion when you think Christmas?
No, but it's
really
just the fact that you're celebrating Christmas.
I know it's what it's based on originally, but
guilt by association.
Right, but I mean, a very small percent of people actually celebrate the religious angle of Christmas.
Dude,
that is long gone.
When you're standing in a crowded mall after 20 minutes trying to find a parking space, and standing in a checkout line with 30 morons on it, and a moron behind the counter, the last thing you're thinking is religion. It's the last thing you're thinking. The first thing you're thinking is, I'd love to just take a swipe at these people with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
This is horrid. Oh, the parking lots with the people that don't know how to drive. And then I understand a car is pulling out, and you have your blinker on and
you're ready to
total
go.
rights.
Ready to take that
total
spot.
rights to that spot. I'm not trying to take it, but you know something? Move over! Move over so that people can get around you as you're waiting 20 minutes for some reason for somebody to check the systems like they're taking off in the shuttle to leave the parking lot. How long does it take to turn that goddamn key and put it in reverse?
That's a weird human nature thing,
dude.
When you know, when that person knows that you're waiting for the spot, something in human nature takes over. You're like, I'm going to take my time. I'm not ready to give up my spot. What is that about, really? I put my seatbelt on and I don't care if the other people are barely in the car. I'm getting out of there.
Dude, I am that's how it's done guy.
Yeah.
I'm that's how it's done guy, and I never say it, but I want to. If you're at a pharmacy and you're picking up a prescription or whatever, you're at a line at a store, I don't care what it is. You're always behind somebody that is just taking forever. They're trying to pay with rubles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get up there, and finally you just go, yes, Kumia. There they go. They grab it. Here's some money. I take it away, and I want to turn to the line and go, that's how it's done. 2 seconds. When I get in my car, I start it up. I put it in reverse. I pull out. I want to go, that's how it's done.
But see,
2 seconds.
That's useless because the people you're yelling it to could be the that's how it's done people. You should, as you're waiting behind.
No one's that's how it's done.
But
me, I'm alone.
As you're waiting for the dummy in front of you, you should be yelling, that's not how it's done.
Yeah, but then you start a big thing.
Nothing wrong with starting a big thing. It's okay.
They're always, and no one knows how to step over to the side and deal with someone else. When a cashier comes up, and I'll bring up a prescription thing again, because pharmacies are a cavalcade, just a collection of idiots, either behind the counter, but usually as customers. They will walk up, ask for their prescription, and then for some reason there's an insurance problem, it's not filled yet, and they will argue with the person that is ringing everyone up instead of stepping to the side and waiting to speak to somebody else so the person behind you, the poor son of a bitch behind you, can continue his business and be the that's how it's done guy. But it's never that way. Why put the insure to get the insured? But the last time I out loud you just go, oh, brother, here it comes. And you start looking at each other online. Oh, it's infuriating.
That's really funny. Blue Healer from Kentucky writes, I love using my remote start on my truck. It turns on the reverse lights, and people will sit there with their blinker on waiting and waiting and waiting. And you just started from another part of the parking lot.
That's fun, too. There are fun games you can play, especially during this time of year.
Yeah.
Take your keys out and overshoot your car or undershoot your car by an aisle.
Yeah.
And you'll watch a car follow you. Take your keys out like you're getting into a car, and then walk right past it to your car way in the other aisle.
Yeah.
Oh, will they be angry?
That's pretty funny. Back to the Rudolph story. Mother had a problem with the song being practiced in music class.
Getting lawyers involved and all of that, which I can picture them right now, reading through the lyrics of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and then writing up an opinion and giving it to the school board. Do we have any idea how much time or how much money this costs the school district and taxpayers?
No, actually not sure about that. I do know the decision came from the school board fairly quickly later in the day after we got word of the story.
Okay. What is the mom saying who objected to this? And why did she just not keep her kid home if she was so offended by the song?
Bravo.
Well, her problem with the song being sung was that it was being practiced during school hours in music class. Though the concert was optional, music class was not. And she felt that public school meant to be secular, and she didn't want her daughter to have to hear the words Christmas or Santa Claus.
Yeah, because that's going to hurt her.
Good.
Someone needs attention. Mommy needs attention.
Oh, she needs so much attention. Go put Lysol in your kid's soup if you want attention.
It's a terrible solution.
Oh, of course it is, but it gets your attention. The hospital. Oh, how's my child? Making friends with all the doctors. You Munchausen.
Munchausen.
Bitch. Nice. She's teetering on Munchausen, this woman. They all are. Whenever they can make a big to-do about stupid lyrics in a school thing, they're one step away from dumping industrial cleaner into their kid's cutlet.
Didn't we invent Santa to take the whole religious thing away from the holiday?
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
We changed it from St. Nicholas to Santa Claus.
Right, because it was
sounds the same kind of.
In the older days, it was a bore fest.
Yeah.
With the mangers and crap. We had to jazz it up. We took the religious thing out of it.
Holy night. Oh. You know, there are some severe religious Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Say this is holy, baby Jesus.
I got a great Christmas song in front of me here.
Yeah?
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, I do, Jimmy.
No!
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh,
let's say hi to John in New York. John.
What's up, boys?
Hi, John.
Hello. So I live in Staten Island, the most racist of all boroughs, by the way.
Yes.
They actually changed "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," the lyrics, at my daughter's school play. They put it, "We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Happy Hanukkah, and we wish you a Happy Id," which is like some kind of beheading video, beheading holiday or something.
Is that a Muslim thing? What about Kwanzaa?
You know, they didn't throw that in. Surprisingly, I think there's like 2 black kids at my daughter's school, tops.
Wait, they
wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Happy Hanukkah. Get out of here.
Why aren't you parents outraged?
You know
I blame you guys. You guys got to stand up and go, this is boomer. Be the guy that stands up and says, this is BS.
Yeah, it's not going to change anything, though.
Well, yeah, maybe it will.
It will, though, if you guys
Let's
fight
push back a
Oh.
little bit.
No
Push
one
back a
pushes
little.
back.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. We hung him on a cross. Jesus, Jesus. You know, let's start changing around Jewish lyrics. Enough.
All right, boys, I got to run.
No, John, we got something for you. You got to be the guy. You got to start this. You got to be the BS guy.
I will try, boys. For you.
All right. Oh, they changed another song? I did not know this was going on. Joe, how are you, Joe? Joe!
Hey, Joe.
It's a good call, too.
What did they change?
Daughter school changed lyrics to Deck the Halls.
Oh, to deck the mom who changed the lyrics. La 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 la.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
A Wisconsin school changed Silent Night to Cold in the Night.
Why?
Cold.
What?
What's Silent Night?
They secularized all
Holy
the
Night.
lyrics. Yeah.
Silent Night. Cold in the night.
No one in sight. Winter winds whirl and bite. How I wish I were happy and warm and safe with my family out of the storm.
This is getting so bad.
I blame the parents.
I'm not even religious. I'm not a practicing Catholic. I enjoy Christmas because it's just like, I hate the shopping part of it and stuff, but there is this weird kind of little feeling you get, like that you know it's Christmas. I kind of like that.
I did my tree last night. Looking at.
Did ye?
I've been collecting ornaments since I been with my girl.
Oh yeah.
We got about four
Do
years.
you have your first Christmas together ornament?
Yes.
Did you hang it on the tree with both of your hands?
No.
Come on, you did too.
No, not that
You're
bad.
turning red.
No,
You
not
did.
that bad.
No?
No.
Who hung it on the tree?
I don't remember who hung that
Yes,
one.
you do.
I
It's
swear
a
to
very
God.
important ornament.
My girl's mom gives me Christmas ornaments every year and has something.
Our first Christmas.
has something to do. Shut up. That means you did it.
I had one, of course.
But she gives.
Threw it at her when she was drinking.
She's got a sense of humor too, because one year she gave me a Christmas ornament that looked like a bikini teeny.
Aww.
And then when we bought our house, so it was our first Christmas in our new house. That crap, right?
Aw.
So I know people are going ugh, to their radios, but I bring this up because I share a little bit with Kenny on the way in, right? Just a little bit. Try to have a little human interaction with this effing robot.
Don't you need another human?
Yeah, exactly. The Japanese, they're not doing this right. If they want robots, they should get Kenny, fly him over to Japan,
model him,
cut him open, and see what makes him a robot, and then you would have the perfect robot girl. So I go, Kenny, this is what I did, and you know, my girl's mom gave her all her ornaments over the years because now that she's married, you really should have these instead of me putting them on my tree. You get what I'm getting at? Very sentimental. It's Christmas, like you were saying. You get that feeling. But this is where it gets weird. So I tell Kenny all this. He goes, I put up my Christmas tree yesterday, too. I'm like, oh, nice. You got some ornaments from over the years? No. He gets a fake Christmas tree, which a lot of people get, right?
Sure.
He gets the fake Christmas tree that already has the lights and the ornaments on it.
Wow.
Why bother? There's nothing personal about your tree whatsoever.
Comes out of the box and
comes out of the box with the lights and the ornaments on it already.
And he gets fake holly and he spray paints it black and he calls it hair.
No, I went with the fake tree because
which is fine, but
had to.
You got ornaments at least or something that
yes,
you're picking out yourself.
No. Ange did the whole thing.
All right, but still, you're
I believe me, it was very impersonal on my part. I'll be honest.
Not like Kenny though.
No, not like
imagine
not as bad
getting
as
a tree and you take it out of the box, it's ready to go. You just have to plug it in. That's crazy.
My tree, I couldn't do anything with. It's 15 feet tall.
Nice.
It's a 15-foot tall tree, so I wasn't going to stand on ladders trying to decorate this thing. They almost broke their neck putting the friggin' big top piece on. It was they were on the do not use as a step.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for them to fall into the tree.
That would be hilarious.
That's hilarious.
That would be hilarious. I made my girl carry the Christmas tree home with me.
Really?
Saved the $10 delivery fee.
You kept. Oh, Jesus Christ! Do you have sap all over your hands?
It sucks that
I hate sticky sap.
It sucks that she just has no desire to be on the radio because she would just kill me on a regular basis.
It would be.
Well, actually, it would be good for the show because
it really would be.
Who wants to hear their wives and girlfriends on a radio show anyway?
Yeah.
It's for the most part boring crap. But to save $10, I'm like, come on. And my whole thinking was, come on, you can't just have a Christmas tree delivered. You got to, like, Like you go old school. You drive up into the country and you cut your own tree. We can't do that, but the least we can do is carry our Christmas tree home.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I'm thinking I'm saving that.
How far was it?
It was Jimmy knows, top of the hill. It's a long walk, man.
I can't even look at him. I know where it is. It's 2 long city avenues.
And she was bitching the whole time, which she should have. I'm like trying to get her into the Christmas spirit. Like, no, this is good. We need to do more stuff like this.
What, lugging trees?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I know where it is.
And
I had mine shipped last year. It was 2 feet off.
And the branches scratched her hand and everything.
Oh. No, my ornaments aren't little hanging. Jesus.
Whoa.
Stop.
Whoa, yeah.
People.
And then there was another couple walking. There was another couple walking down the hill. And the guy looks at her and goes, "You want me to carry this? I'll carry it the rest of the way for you."
Yeah.
And she kind of wanted him to, but said, "No, I guess I got to do this."
You weren't carrying it too?
I was carrying the heavy end. I should have gave her the heavy end. She's younger.
Steve from Bayshore is saying Opie's trying to turn an 11 into a lumberjack.
At least I carried the heavy end, Ed. Come on.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, right. What a gentleman.
I was debating that, though. I was like,
what a gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh, you carried the tree. Oh.
What's wrong with you? They would have done it for $10.
Honestly, I'm making more out of it, but I just didn't feel like you should have a Christmas tree delivered to your apartment. Dinner, yes. Takeout food, yes, but not your tree.
Once it's your apartment, then you could get all Christmassy about it. You know, the whole delivery process. If you're walking with a tree,
yeah,
I can understand if it's snowing out. Yeah, and like you said, you're in the country or something, but you're walking up city blocks with a tree.
I was also proud because I haggled a little bit.
Did you?
I saved 10. Saved 10 and another 10 on the delivery.
Wow.
$20.
$20? What are you celebrating Christmas for?
Yeah. All right, we have to take a break. Somebody has a question for the That's How It's Done guy. Mike and Queens don't go anywhere. More complaints. Parents complain about Christmas songs at my kids' school. I blame you parents, though, for just letting this happen. I don't think our parents let this happen. I think our parents were tougher. They didn't just let this PC crap, take hold.
Nobody was doing it because they had better things to do also. People were busy.
We're
working and raising kids.
We're so outraged that this is happening in our culture, but I do blame the people that aren't speaking up and letting this happen. I hope to have kids someday. My kid isn't playing in a baseball league where everyone wins. It ain't happening.
No.
Or if it does happen, and they'll be dragging me to jail as I make a huge scene on the sidelines.
You'll be that guy.
Absolutely, yeah. Phones are lit, so we'll go right back to the phones after this. Opie and Anthony. La 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 la. Charlie Brown sucked. I knew that growing up too.
This one was good. The Christmas one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown was a
big fan
loser.
of the Great Pumpkin, but yeah,
we get it. Charlie Brown's a loser.
But it always ends up at the end where
what
kind of a lovable character.
Yeah, but then the next episode he's sad again.
Yeah.
Remember the one that was really good was that you're a bald douche, Charlie Brown.
Right. What 8-year-old has no hair?
He had no follicles to harvest.
Right. Yeah. For his hair plugs, right, Ant?
Not plugs.
Not acknowledging hair restoration. Until I have to get it done, then of course it'll be hair restoration. This is the thing. It was a quickie, but it was one of these who gives a crap things that hit the news. John McCain says he can't promise that he will support Sarah Palin for president. Stop. Sarah Palin will never be the president of this country.
That's
she failed miserably.
Reasonable.
But why do they have to report that? Like she has a real chance at the White House someday?
She's got a shot at it.
No, she doesn't. Mike in Jersey.
Mike?
Hi, Mikey.
Hey, what's happening?
What up, Mike?
Hey, listen, they are so screwed up in my kid's school, right? The Christmas cards can't have any religious, nothing like that on it. It can only have, like, snowmen and snowflakes. this swoogie born-again Christian family went and protested so loud that they couldn't sing. They only could sing winter songs, and then they kept the stinking kid out of school the day of the winter concert.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No, and I start making a stink, and everybody's like, "Oh no, you don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. Oh, don't say that. Oh,
parents can't get in trouble.
Well,
yeah,
that's the beauty of it. You're not going to get in trouble.
You're going to get Uber parents to get you in trouble.
Maybe if you go to school with a gun or something, but you can yell and scream all you want. You're not going to get in trouble for saying that in America.
Oh, I know that, but they're pissed off because I'm not going to hold back and give it to them. I start, and everybody, oh, no, calm down. Don't do that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, Mikey.
All right, take care, boys.
We all might as well just give in and let it happen, right? I miss the days when they were ready to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and they had to make a big stink about that one kid. And the one kid, the teacher would look at the kid like, you know what you have to do, and the kid would awkwardly get up and leave the classroom.
Yeah.
So the rest of us could do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then like, all right, bring him back in.
You think it was the kid?
Bring him back in.
You honestly think it was the kid or the parents going, I don't want you standing for that.
How much fun was that, though, to see the one kid?
Yeah.
We all had the one kid. He had to be excused.
Yeah. Obama.
Hey.
Obama doesn't...
he doesn't do the pledge?
No, he doesn't put his hand over his heart. He just kind of mills about. Doesn't stand at attention. Doesn't look at the flag.
He will.
Yeah.
Once he's president.
Oh, yeah? You think?
Yeah, it's too embarrassing. It's too disrespectful for the troops. It would be too much...
Disrespectful during the campaign.
I agree.
Tell you the truth.
But I think it'd just be too big of a headache.
I'm not Mr. Rah, 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 but I mean, the thing is that's the tradition. That's what you're supposed to do. Show respect for your country and your flag. If you don't believe in that, don't run for president. And he, looks elsewhere while everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do. So,
yeah.
Screw him. Independent thinker, man. Yeah, is he?
No, business as usual. Mike in Queens.
What's up, guys? I have a question for That's How It's Done guy.
Thank you. I was waiting for it. Like, you're slipping. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
All right. I was at a mall, and I found a parking spot, and I'm waiting for the parking spot and waiting for the guy to pull out. This car that's about 3 or 4 parking spaces in front of me waiting for another spot up ahead. Car pulls out. I pull in. This guy gets out of his car, comes up to me and starts screaming at me that was his spot. He was 4 spots ahead of me. Now, That's How It's Done guy. Are you allowed to claim a spot when you've passed it?
Yeah, if you get in there first. If somebody's waiting with their blinker on in front of
his blinker was not on.
In front of the spot, it's their spot. If nobody's waiting and you're all converging at the same time, first in wins. That's how it works. I've passed people in the Best Buy parking lot. I had a carload of people at the time, and horrified them at the closeness I was to another vehicle to get past them to make the turn down an aisle where I saw a car pulling out. Mm-hmm. This person, I think, was waiting for the car to pull out, but nowhere near the car. And if I have room to get around you and your blinker's not on, my spot.
My blinker was on. He was 4 cars ahead. You can't back into a spot in a parking lot ball. No way. I won the argument.
All right.
You win.
There you go. Hey, we got a fine Jewish gentleman checking in. He wants in on this discussion. Billy in Jersey. How are you, Billy?
What's up? No, it's Ellie. What's up?
Okay. What do you got?
Of course, it wasn't Billy.
Yeah, well.
I don't. If I was sending my kids to public school, so I wouldn't want them to be singing the Christmas songs. But here's the thing. I won't send my kids to public school for that reason. Because I don't want my kids to sing Christmas songs, and I don't want to make a big stink about it. Because you know what? Who cares? So I send them to Orthodox Jewish school, private school, and I can't afford it, but that's what everyone does, so that they don't have to make a big stink like everyone else does.
Hey, I like you. I can't pronounce your name, but I like you. That's what you should do.
Yes.
There you go. Send your kids to the Jewish schools.
If you want such separatism, then be separate and put your kid in some kind of private school. If you can't afford it, shut your mouth
and deal
and deal with the customs of public schools. Which is
not even can afford, because no one can afford Jewish private school nowadays. It's so much money. But you know what? They have scholarships and there's things like that. And there's tuition breaks and things like that. But you know what? You suffer because, and you know what? I don't know how I'm going to afford private school tuition for my kids for the rest of their lives. But you know what? I'm going to struggle because of it, because it means something to me, and I don't want my kid to be in public school where he's going to be. Not that I want to be so separate, him to be so separate, and not to know what a non-Jew is.
You do. You don't want your kid influenced by non-Jewish ideas. That's the only reason you'd put him in a Jewish school.
Oops.
He had to hang up.
What happened?
I don't know. I think he gives himself a few minutes every day on the phone, and he ran out of time. He's got to save that money.
He's on a tight budget?
Very tight budget.
He just hung up angrily.
He really did get mad. I was calling him a separatist. I don't think they like that word.
All right. This just in. Some primetime gossip from Sam Roberts.
What?
Yeah, it's breaking now. Let's see what he's talking about.
We're back, and Primetime Gossip is coming at you with the O&A scoop of the century. On a recent episode of the Opie and Anthony radio show, the guys made the announcement that one of Anthony's favorite eateries had burned to the ground.
20-foot flames, I'm reading in the paper.
Total loss. Completely devastated.
You won't be going back there no more.
No.
But while most got their information from the press, Anthony had other means of information gathering.
I got the news via text, and this person, it was the first text I had gotten since probably the end of the summer.
Really?
Yes. It was text from Jill.
That's right. Anthony got the message from former fling Jill Nicolini. The two haven't spoken in some time, so they say, but as soon as Jill's name came up, memories of Antolini came flooding back.
Because, like, Mia would show up a lot.
She would circle that on the bill.
On there, yes.
Yeah, with a little note.
Love notes on a credit card bill? How romantic. Anthony's brain got so clouded with memories of love and lust that his train of thought and professionalism had to take a back seat as he struggled to form sentences.
If you recall, well, what the hell was I going to say now?
In an effort to maintain journalistic integrity, we here at PTG reached out to Anthony for a comment on the matter. This is what he had to say about his breakup.
And getting the news from a text from her, it certainly was like, wow, that's ironic.
How sad. Anthony's managed to hide it for months, but now he's made it clear. He needs Jill back in his life. Will his dream of an Antolini reunion ever surface? Stay tuned as Primetime Gossip follows what has become the love story of our generation.
Bravo to Sam. Oh my God, please no.
It's
please,
so much like those shows.
It's exactly like those shows.
Based on nothing.
Right.
Sam.
The brilliance of that bit.
Smart ass.
Yeah. All right. I guess we got to leave, unfortunately.
Well, unless, of course, you fess up with a little bit of cash.
Yeah.
Huh?
We're going to
fess up with a little cash.
Sirius XM.
Cash? I don't get it. What am I missing?
Just say Sirius, by the way. Look at your ID.
I just get my Sirius ID.
On there?
The name XM is better than the name Sirius. I'm sorry.
Well, regardless,
doesn't matter.
It's Sirius. They're phasing that XM part out of the name. I got my ID, and it's just Sirius all over. That's it.
I got mine too. It's a second-class citizen.
Yeah, that's true. It's on flash paper.
No kidding.
You just, it's gone.
Anyway, we're going to leave now.
Yep.
But here in New York at this fine radio station, they're about to start the rock and roll.
The rock and roll starts.
The rock and roll will be starting in just a little bit, so stay right there, okay? Support the station so we could continue doing this, I guess. I don't know.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. It was the national anthem, not the Pledge of Allegiance. No, it wasn't. That one dopey kid had to leave when we did the Pledge of Allegiance at Washington Drive School out there in Centerport, Long Island. We didn't do the national anthem during class. Did you, Ed?
No, it was always the Pledge of Allegiance.
What is it? One nation under God. That was the line.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You just remind me of something. You know, when you get a little older and you get a little money, you get to go on like real vacations instead of going down to Florida again.
Yeah.
And someone told me that sometimes when you're trying to get back in the country, they ask you to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and if you don't know it, their suspicion is raised.
Oh, really?
So I had an actual panic attack going. And I'm trying to remember the Pledge of Allegiance while I'm on that long line trying to get back into the country.
Like they would do that.
I had an anxiety attack, though, over that one.
What dumbbell told you that?
I don't remember. This is years ago, but when Ant just did the whole Pledge of Allegiance, and of course he did. Mr. Do-Gooder.
Pledge of Allegiance.
I was reminded of that.
I used to not know what it meant, though. That's the oddest thing when you're a kid and you're saying something, you're just so brainwashed that you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it... I used to think it was for which it stands. Like, for which it stands was one word.
Oh, meaning another country.
And
which it
to
stands.
the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. And then the indivisible thing was, a typical kid, I thought it was invisible.
Of course.
With liberty and justice for all. And you just couldn't, as a kid, could you possibly comprehend that whole idea of pledging allegiance?
No,
you don't know what allegiance means.
You couldn't digest that info.
So right away, I pledge allegiance to the flag. I don't know what allegiance means. The United States of America. And to the republic, what?
What is the republic?
For which it stands. It's one word, for which it stands. One nation, okay, under God. God was this weird fucking white-haired guy that lived in heaven, so you were under it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Indivisible. God's invisible. With liberty and justice for all. Who knows? That could have been candy.
We were joining
could have been
a cult.
with Mikes and Ikes for all.
Yeah. We were joining
with
a cult.
Pixie Sticks and Snickers for all.
My thing is this: indivisible does not. What's that mean exactly? Can that be divided?
Cannot be divided.
Well, where am I wrong? Where it says one nation, under God, indivisible. Are they saying that the nation and God are indivisible?
No, I believe it's one nation, under God, indivisible, which means it's one nation, indivisible.
Oh, the nation is.
And
okay,
then they threw in under God later on in the mix. I think that wasn't until like the 50s. They threw in under God.
They snuck that by us.
Someone threw that one in there. And put in God we trust on the money and everything like that.
But someone called me out. I read that the founding fathers, a lot of the founding fathers didn't believe in God. A lot of atheists back then.
A lot of atheists?
And then someone called me out and said that's not true.
No, I think
and then I couldn't really get the research done, and I didn't feel like doing the research because I had to play Tiger Woods online again instead of doing the research.
Well,
so now I have to just, listen to this dummy that said I was wrong.
A lot of people left that England place because of, religious persecution. So they came here to fuck things up.
I heard a lot of those early guys just weren't into the God thing.
They're a little busy fighting off engines.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to build something.
So you got sappy getting your Christmas tree together? You feel the Christmas spirit a little bit?
No, it's not so much a sappy thing, but it's been so long since I've actually had a house that is Christmassy. Like one year, I got a tree. We got a tree. Me and that's when I was with Melinda. Got a tree, but that was pretty much it. So it was a tree in the living room
with no decorations or anything.
No, there was some decorations on it. It stayed there till July, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Weren't too motivated. And then before that, there wasn't anything. It was going over other people's houses, which is fine and everything, but it doesn't give you that same thing. Like at night, I throw a log on the fire. I light the candles around the house, and all the lights are on. And I sit back and get shit-faced. Isn't that what Christmas is all about?
Tom in Chicago.
Chicago.
He's got a weird theory here. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, just wanted to point out, first of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Christianity's really based on the biggest cuckold story of all time.
Yes.
If you think about it.
Yes.
Mary, Joseph.
Joseph sat around.
An archangel as the bull.
The bull was God was the bull.
God was the bull.
God was the bull, and Joseph had to sit by.
That's right.
Gee, that's horrible. The biggest cuckold story. You never hear that one. And now, Hallmark presents the biggest cuckold story ever told.
Yeah.
On the Family Channel.
All right, man.
Cuckold.
Hugo Chavez laughing at the shoe incident. They just had a little.
Yeah.
They had actual video of him watching Bush, doing his dodging,
bobbing and weaving,
and Hugo Chavez was having a fine laugh over.
Hugo
the whole
Chavez is a fucking scumbag. He's a fucking scumbag.
He really is. I like how fucking Putin is going around. What is Putin doing these days? He's not even the fucking president over there anymore. I think something's brewing over in Russia.
What do you mean?
I think those motherfuckers are slowly trying to get back to the good old days.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them.
I would absolutely root for them to do that because I've had it with Europe and their attitude with the United States. But it does seem like I think Putin wants to be president again. And he's pulling all these moves like it was the first ship that went through the Panama Canal, first Russian warship to go through the Panama Canal since the 40s. And then now a Russian warship is visiting Cuba.
Really?
Yeah, just going over there, a little visit to Cuba. And Putin's always in the news. Like I think he's running things secretly, tell you the truth. And he's a real, like, fucking shifty guy.
They're rebuilding the anthill.
They want to rebuild. I think they really are.
Because of our influence, we kicked over that anthill a few years back, and now they're like, all right, wait, we got to get this anthill back together.
What they see is weakness right now.
Yeah.
They see weakness financially for us. They see weakness politically. Our world image stinks, and it's a good time for the good old Soviet Union to try to pop up again. I don't know how much success they'd have reclaiming some of their old haunts.
Yeah.
Now that they're independent, but who's going to fight them? You know, I think Europe is pretty sick of war. We'd have to stay out of that one. Fuck it.
Yep.
Fuck it. I'd love to be able to sit out and watch Russia walk over Europe.
Or just, it would start with, like, the Ukraine and like, Romania and all these places.
They would annex these places like, hey, this was our shit. Fuck you.
And
what are you going to do?
And then the U.S. would sit back and give some scoldings, but do nothing.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the world go, why doesn't the U.S. help?
Yeah. Oh, NATO, you're supposed to help us. Everybody's, hey, we're busy. Sorry. Oh, why don't you come in and help? Shut up, you chicken shits. Throw euros at him, you motherfucker.
Nice.
Kicked off line again.
Hey,
euro.
Yeah, it really is stupid.
In other news, I'm just watching the headlines go by your head behind you there, Ed.
Yeah, I see him over there.
I am laughing so hard because Carolyn Kennedy wants to be the senator of New York now that Hillary's moving on.
Yep.
And I kind of agree with what Chuck Schumer is saying, but I also laugh at Chuck Schumer because the guy can't get a break ever. Chuck Schumer's like, what the fuck? What's her qualifications? It doesn't even matter if you're in politics.
Her last name.
That's it. That's all you need is the Kennedy name, and they'll give you whatever the fuck you want in politics.
All she's got.
So he's going to be looked over again.
Dude, it's all she has is the name.
If she
Kennedy.
wants to be the senator of New York, she will be the senator of New York.
She has stayed out of politics and out of the public eye. She's been one of the Kennedys that really... You don't know much about because she hasn't been out there. And now it's like, all right, I'll take the gig based on your name.
Yeah.
What does she have? What qualifications does she have?
She's an ugly broad, too, man. What happened to the cute little kid?
Oh, well, those Kennedys. Those Kennedys got an odd look, all of them.
Yeah, they got a weird...
It's that inbreeding.
A weird tooth thing going
something.
on. I don't know
what about the
is.
retarded Kennedy? Where did that one end up?
Dead.
Remember that retarded one they gave a lobotomy to?
Well, they put that one away for a while.
They put it to sleep?
Pretty much.
What they did?
Pretty much. Chris in Delaware.
Yeah.
How are you, Chris?
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Chris. Yeah, you're actually on the air and speak whenever you want.
Yeah, that would be your turn now, Chris.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got the
sorry,
formalities out of the way.
My phone went a little crazy.
Yes.
Actually, Opie, that guy who called you out about God, you're not entirely wrong. What the founding fathers believed in was that God was just like something. They didn't believe it was the big guy with the long white hair in the sky that the Christians believe in, but they believed that it was just like in nature and just there. So you're not.
You're saying they were pagans? What?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it was founded by pagans. I mean, the Republic at least.
Well, initially, when the Pilgrims came here, they were very religious people.
Absolutely.
And
but
Quakers.
Once capitalism came in, that all changed. I mean, there was like when they originally came over here as a colony to get away from the English, like from Cromwell and all those English bastards, and
what does
and
Scott
then
from
they
Whackbag have
realized
to do with
they
it?
had no theater, they had no theater, they had no bars, nothing. But then they realized they could make money, and then they started going after all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
so
you're not absolutely wrong, Opie. So love you guys. Later.
All right, thanks.
Can I just touch on the story that I just read on Drudge?
Touch it.
A Delaware man charged in bizarre
It's a
castration
superhero,
plot.
huh?
Yes, Delaware man. He flies
I am
around.
Delaware man.
Yes,
Looks
I am
silly.
the smallest of all the superheroes.
Big D on his chest.
Next to Rhode Island man.
Yes, next to Rhode Island.
He picks on Rhode Island man. He calls him a faggot. And then Texas man walks in and fucks both their mouths. You know, Florida man's embarrassed because he looks like a cock. California man, the top half always wants Florida man in the tiny. Guy in Delaware. Delaware man's been arrested after being accused of arranging a bizarre plot that involved castrating his ex-son-in-law.
Ex-son-in-law.
Wilbur Eichmann.
Oh, wow. So his daughter's husband. Ex.
Has been charged with one count of criminal solicitation. He paid this guy cash to beat up his ex-son-in-law. So he paid this guy $1,200 to beat up the victim.
So cheap to get people to do stuff.
It really is. Then he offered a bonus if this guy cut off the victim's genitals.
I could cut off his genitals, sort of like a bonus. Thanks, Brooks. You dummy. Go hang yourself.
He offered suggested that the guy use a high-powered rifle and said, if you castrate him, there's a bonus for you, an additional $3,000. And he said he wanted his ex-son-in-law's genitals brought to him. So the guy got attacked.
Good eating.
Oh, dude. What did he do to your daughter?
Yeah, right? What happened there?
He beat him up in the stairwell of an apartment building. He struck him in the face and demanded money. But then the guy fled the scene when the victim started to yell for help. So the next day, the victim got a call from the guy who said, hey, I'm the guy that beat you up. And
oh, hey, how you doing?
I have some information about the person who hired me. And he played he charged $500. And so they met in a very public place. And so he played a cell phone conversation. And the guy said, that's my ex-father-in-law.
Wow.
And the guy, Eichmann, was arrested on Saturday, charged with one count of criminal solicitation. And he was released after like $500. How are you fucking released
$500
on $500 bail when you're hiring someone to cut the cock off another person?
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
that's him,
That's
Wilbur.
him right there.
Looks
Good
like
old Wilbur.
just some old neighbor.
Yeah.
Yes.
How $500?
Dude, how is that just criminal solicitation? Don't we have a clause in there where it says if you want someone's penis brought to you, that's a really bad thing?
That should be. Yeah, that bail should be very high.
It should be criminal solicitation for a punch in the face. For the penis being cut off, it should be barbaric shit, $200,000 or more.
As a rule of thumb, it should always be, the bail should always be more than you were originally charging for the testicles. Because it was $3,000 for the balls, and only $500 bail? I'd love to know, though, like you said, what this son-in-law did.
He must
have... Did he just fucking pull up and start fucking right in front of the father?
Or did he
Hey, look at what I'm doing to your daughter.
Did he fucking rape her, the daughter? Or did he abuse the daughter? Or did he just have an affair on the daughter?
It's got to be something sexual. Maybe an affair. Maybe tooled her in the ass.
Maybe he put it in her shitter. Maybe he didn't.
Wiped it on the curtains.
They don't have more info on this?
No, I think it's just breaking now. I mean...
we'll get more info on this.
Watch it be something stupid.
Sexy.
Like they divorced and they couldn't agree on who got that coffee table and the fun photo book about New York City. And so he said, bring me his cock.
Get me his dick.
This guy's fucking... Mr. Eichmann doesn't play games.
No.
I'm just watching the TVs because there's a lot of weird stuff. Colonoscopies detect cancer only on left side of colon.
What?
This is just breaking today.
Yeah, they just turn you on your stomach and just shoot it again. The fuck is that
Or
about?
you could check the right side 3 times.
Right.
only on the left side. How does that?
Cancer only on the left
Happen.
side of the colon. What?
And we're only
First of all, your fucking intestines are wrapped around like a knots.
Yeah.
What's the left side?
It's the sigmoid colon, and that's why it's checking the smaller intestine.
Shut up, Jimmy.
Jimmy almost had me.
Yeah,
you
For like a second.
Hey, I don't know what that's about.
Why?
Hey, Danny Aiello was singing on PI Picks.
You want to hear him?
I'm dying. We have it?
Yeah, of course we have.
By the way, they
What
got
is some Dago fucking crap?
maybe Sirius can help us because I want
Sure, it's relevant.
Alan Alda is on Picks tomorrow, and these fucking publicists, can they stop with just going to the local? We have more people listening than
Yeah.
Picks has watching.
They'll never get Alan Alda on our show.
They might. Sirius might. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Hell fucking no.
That's a tough order.
I don't think
want
it's
'em.
going to work, Jimmy.
Oh, blase.
What?
Oh, it is going to work. Danny Aiello singing just moments ago on TV.
As a kid, he sang on the street corners of the Bronx. He's
Did
since
he?
gone on to
Of course
become
he
an
did.
Oscar-nominated actor, starring in over 70 movies. But with his new album, Live from Atlantic City, Danny Aiello has returned to his love of music. And here he is performing
Wannabe Sinatra
some
shit.
of these days.
So far, it stinks.
Raise your hand when you officially get the douche chills.
I did when he went, huh!
Yeah, that wasn't a good start.
No.
Some of these days.
My hand's not up yet.
Come on,
I want to enjoy this. He's actually got a good voice.
You're gonna miss me, baby. Some of these days. You're gonna feel so lonely. Hugging. You're gonna
This is real relevant music.
you
Really
may
bring him in.
even miss me, baby, when you're long gone away. This is going great. Well, I hope you feel so lonely. And you want me only.
He's not as awful as I thought he'd be.
No, baby.
It's
okay.
It's like any old fucking Italian can do this. Believe me. Any old
Okay,
Italian
terrific.
can fucking get a big band behind him and sing like that. It's like black people and hip hop.
No, they
Just
can't all
comes
do it.
naturally.
No, it's not correct. There's a lot of bad
Can.
rappers.
Have your chocolate rain? It's fucking great.
Just one guy.
Chocolate rain. Chocolate rain.
Yeah, but he did one song.
I know, one hit wonder.
Jay-Z put a bunch of them out. You know who I love now? And I never listened to this song before, even though it's 1995. Fucking California Love by Tupac and Dr. Dre.
California.
That fucking Dr. Dre is fantastious.
That is a great song, actually.
You can't not like that tune.
I went to him for a foot problem once, though, and he couldn't help me.
He's not the kind of- No, you just mix him up with a real doctor.
Oh, okay. Boo. This is, yeah.
Dr. Dre is fucking tremendous.
All right, we got an asshole doctor on the phone. Get rid of Tupac.
Hey, Steve.
Doctor. Dr. Trusid, is that how you say your name there, sir?
Yes, hi, how are you? This is Dr. Chusett. I'm a gastroenterologist. I was just listening to your show about colonoscopy.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, it's untrue what they're saying. I've done about 35,000 cases. Most
And you really love assholes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hence his enjoyment of this show.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Most colon cancers are actually located in the sigmoid colon. It's about 60 to 70%.
Told you.
But colonoscopy detects 95 to 97% of lesions, and it is the gold standard in colon cancer detection. Always was, always will be.
So you're saying that this left side thing has no credence? Or Clearwater Revival? I'm a scream today. Abu, Abu. We've released all our bombs. We're flying back to base.
That's a good one.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
You're right.
It was a good one, all right. Look at the crater it left in the ground.
All right, Dr. Trusid, thank you.
Drop all remaining jokes on my pause. Lovely fucking show.
All right. I was going to ask you your favorite Christmas song today.
My favorite Christmas song?
Mm-hmm. Do you have one? Do you crank it up a little bit?
It's got to be that Sleeves song.
Oh, good. All right. You want me to play that?
No, I hate it.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
La la la.
In the
la
la.
It's snowing
yes.
in the la la la.
It sure is.
And I'm not.
What's your favorite Christmas song? Do you go old school? Do you do a little Burl Ives or Bing Crosby or?
I like a rockin' around the Christmas tree. No, I hate that song.
Sucks.
I don't like any old timey Christmas songs.
What, do you like newer ones?
No.
Oh, there's your favorite right here?
Terrible.
Some fucking pie?
Yeah.
Jeez, what a potty mouth this bitch was.
I think the best Christmas song is Stevie Wonder's version of Little Drummer Boy.
For real?
Holly Jolly Christmas.
Have a horror.
Deck the halls with
what's your
bounds.
favorite? Jimmy, is that your favorite?
Yeah, it's great.
I want to hear that one.
I don't know. It's too updated.
Well, yeah, but he does a good job.
Elvis. A Christmas
You
without
don't have a favorite Christmas song?
No, I don't.
Hey, that one Bing Crosby song is good. Give me another drink so I can punch you in the face.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, bitch. Clean it up.
Bing.
Oh, read up on Bing.
Get his kids rocks for Christmas and throw them at him.
You got to read up on Bing Crosby. He did all those Christmas specials when people were growing up. And
Bing was a douche.
And when those cameras went off, it was a whole different story.
Yeah.
Bing liked to tip back a few and smack people around.
Old brick liver. He had that great song, Ham Through the Window.
How about the Bing Crosby Little Drummer Boy that he did with David Bowie?
That's pretty good, though.
Oh, it sucks so fucking bad.
Why don't you like
They
it?
used to play that one, and I remember seeing it on TV.
Yeah.
And David Bowie was in his total glam, glitter rock phase.
Mm.
And here's old fucking Bing with his pipe, and they looked ridiculous together.
The best part is, come on in. Like
well,
David
look
Bowie.
who's come.
Yeah.
It's Bowie.
Yeah.
David Bowie is coming in. Let's sing a song. And he's got his pipe, and David Bowie's hair is spiked. Looks like if that was his son, he'd fucking disown him and kill him.
Yeah, he would have punched him.
Well, look,
like
we've
that.
got homosexuals coming in to sing Little Drummer Boy.
Where's the Stevie Wonder version?
You want to hear Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, it's good.
They don't have it, Jimmy. Why would they?
I mean, I have Stevie Wonder's version of the Little Drummer Boy. What are we fucking?
They have 18 Christmas channels on this service. They should have the Stevie Wonder song for Jimmy.
I don't even remember which one you're talking about.
Little Drummer Boy?
Yeah.
Well, we know the song.
I know that song, but I don't know.
They made David Bowie go conservative. He has a little blazer on. He doesn't have his hair up.
No, it's not spiky. I remember it being spiky. He's got kind of the mullety thing going on a little bit. Well, why don't we sing a little song here?
Come on,
why don't you come in, have a drink.
Right.
Yeah, you have one of my drinks, and let me have some of your cocaine.
A newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Oh, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Our finest gifts we
Well, when I smack the kids around, I like listening to your music.
Rumpa-pum-pum. That's the sound the wife makes when she's going down the steps.
Oh, Bing was a naughty boy.
Oh, boy.
Hey, what was the dumb little banter they had before the song?
Yeah, that's what we want.
You have that?
He
We want
said
the stupid banter.
He said, "Are you really a drunk?" And he said, "No, are you really a faggot?" And then the music started.
He vomited cum in Bing's face.
Bing thought it was whiskey, so he drank it. Then they rolled around sucking each other's dicks, humming "Rumpa-pum-pum." That was the director's cut.
He was holding David Bowie's balls like that pipe as he sucked on the head of his cock.
E-Rock just panicked and said, but it's 2 minutes. Well, what else are we going to do? Let's play the dumb banter
Play
these two
the
have.
banter because it's...
You got that. Well, it's been a long time since I've been the new anything. What's happened to Hudson? I guess he's changing. Yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he?
You're not getting the hello.
Yeah, get back to the hello.
No, gotta get right when he opens the fucking door.
Yeah, he looks through that little hole in the fucking rest area bathroom, and he goes, "Hello, I know you." And they have to both cover for the fact that they're fucking mule juice drinking moes. So they pretend they want to sing "Rumpa Bum Bum" through that fucking filthy hole in the stall wall.
XM Channel 120 has all the Bing Crosby Christmas specials.
Great.
For the people that care out there. All right, let's go, E-Rock, from the beginning. Here we go.
It is.
Good.
Oh,
what is at the door?
Let me just punch him.
You the new butler? Well, it's been a long time since I've been the new anything.
What's happened to Hudson?
I guess he's changing.
Yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he? I'm David Bowie. I live down the road.
Oh.
Sir Percival lets me use his piano when he's not around. He's not around, is he?
I can honestly say I haven't seen him, but come on in.
Oh, the acting's terrific.
Why is he in his house?
Are you related to Sir
Wait, yeah, let's pause this.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know what happened.
David Bowie lives down the street from Bing Crosby? But comes over to his house when Bing's not around
to use the
his
piano.
And who's Hudson?
And
Did you say, where's Hudson?
Yeah, where's the servant?
The servant, okay.
But he uses the piano. But it's Bing's house?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, what happens here is then Bing hauls out his cock and says, "Let's see how you are on the organ."
This doesn't make sense. David Bowie just walking into
and then he doesn't even know who he is.
What the fuck? All right, go.
He's like, I'm David Bowie. I live down the road.
Well, you would think they would have met by now.
I don't care. I'm Bing Crosby, and I've drove down it.
The old dirt road.
Yeah.
That's what David's talking about. Well, you take the Hershey Highway.
Hi, I'm David Bowie. Did you ever hear Jumpin' Jack Flash? I sucked that guy's cock.
Power-umpa-bum-bum. All right, let's continue.
Yes.
Oh, you're not the poor relation from America, right? Gee, news sure travels fast, doesn't it? I'm Bing.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you. You're the one that sings, right?
Well, right.
You're the one that's... Hold on.
Okay, he's a relative from America, and he's visiting.
Is that what you're getting?
That's exactly what I just got.
But he lives down the street.
Yep, no, but David Bowie lives down the street. See, they're in England right now.
And Bing...
So Bing's the relative from America who's now visiting. And he goes, oh, you're the one who sings. David Bowie has no idea who Bing Crosby is.
You're the one that sings.
So what happens is Bing Crosby is related to some fucking Peter Pumper in England.
English faggot.
David Bowie goes over to fuck the guy's mouth, ears, and ass. A lot. And then he sees this fucking old man with perfect hair and a fucking child's tooth in his knuckle. And he says...
and he goes, oh, shit, I got to change my story.
He goes, I
quickly
need
here.
a cover. He goes, I come over here to play the piano.
Right.
And Bing says, we don't have a piano, you British fruit. So why don't you come on in and
go
fucking...
suck Mick Jagger's cock.
Yeah, why don't you come on and toot on this for a little while? And then he smears carrot cake on his bag to entice Bowie.
And David Bowie checks the right side of his colon.
Whose BlackBerry's going off? I keep checking mine. It's not
now
mine.
at least I know what's going on.
All right, let's...
yeah, I'll clarify.
Let's continue with this.
Oh, you're not the poor relation from America, right? Gee, news sure travels fast, doesn't it? I'm Bing.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you. You're the one that sings, right?
Well, right or wrong, I sing either way.
Oh, well, I sing too.
Oh, good. What kind of singing?
Well, mostly the contemporary stuff. Do you like modern music?
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine. Now, tell me, you ever listen to any of the older fellas?
Oh, yeah, sure. I like John Lennon and the other one with Harry Nilsson.
Ooh, you go back that far, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm not as young as I look.
None of us is these days.
In fact, I've got a 6-year-old son. And he really gets excited around the Christmas holiday thing.
Does he?
You go in for any of the traditional things in the Bowie household Christmas time?
Oh, yeah, most of them, really.
Excuse me, can we pause this for a second?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems here.
Holy shit.
He just said the Bowie household. Did he say, hi, I'm David Bowie, or I'm David?
David Bowie. the Bowie household.
Did he say I'm David Bowie, or I'm just David? Okay,
He's a David Bowie. The Bowie household.
Bowie is what everyone's doing watching this.
Bowie. And Bing does boozy.
And he goes, "Hey, Bing, is it hard to get presents under the tree when the tree is laying on its side?" Because you've drunkenly grabbed your wife by the clit and thrown her into it.
Shit.
David, yeah, you ever sidekick your children when they're running up for a hug? It just feels right.
Wow. What year was this made that John Lennon's one of like the older guys?
No, see, that was the joke that Bowie
I
was
understand,
going for.
but it's
See,
like...
I go way back, 4 years, 5 years.
Because David Bowie was like, what, completely new at this point?
It's probably... Let's do a little guess here. I'm going to go with
1972.
No, it was really tasteless. It was 1980, right after Lennon got shot, so they threw a Lennon jab in there.
Shit.
Before Lennon. All right, I'm going to go 19...
I'm going to guess 76, but that's just me.
No. It's pushing 80.
No. Bing Crosby died in 1978.
Did he really?
No.
It's like, fuck, you got me. What year?
All right, I'll say 74.
74?
Yeah.
I guess...
I'm pushing 80. I'm even... they can't do it. When was Lennon shot? 80?
1980.
This is so fucking old.
You know what? I'm going to go 82.
Wow, you're crazy.
Enough time went by with the Lennon thing. And
Dude, you're crazy. This is so 70s.
I said 76, Ant said 74. Ope apparently is up to 97 at this point.
Can I change my guess?
Yes.
79.
77.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking this pushes 80.
It's 77.
77?
Yeah, I just saw it up on the album.
Where?
Right there.
Fucker. Who
right
wins?
down there.
Who wins?
On him.
I do. I said 76.
Yeah, we doing Price is Right rules?
I won.
No, you
we
lose.
all knew I won.
No, you lose.
No, I went over. Hope you went over.
No, I didn't.
Let's get back to these two douchebags. I can't take this audio. It's killing me.
In fact, I've got a 6-year-old son, and he really gets excited around.
You ever punch him in the mouth?
You went to any of the traditional things in the Bowie household, Christmas time?
Bowie.
Oh, yeah, most of them, really. Presents, tree, decorations.
Wow.
Anal
Agents
sex.
sliding down the chimney.
All the basics.
I was just seeing if you're paying attention. Actually, our family do most of the things that other families do. We sing the same songs. Do you? I even have a go at White Christmas. You do, huh? And this one. This is my son's favourite. Do you know this one?
Oh, I do indeed. It's a lovely thing.
God. There we go.
We don't have to hear the song, right?
Yes, we do.
All right, there's a little controversy.
Yuck. Controversy? What?
Crosby died in 1977. He died in October of 1977.
Maybe he shot himself after he saw the final cut.
No way.
So now we have to... All right, the album came out in 77, but if it's a Christmas album, that would come out posthumously. I want to know when they actually did this. Now you got to start thinking 1976, which would mean Jimmy is the big winner.
This was recorded on September 11th, 1977, and it says Crosby would die just over a month after recording the special.
Wow!
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to be dropping dead soon. Holy shit, a month after we just saw that?
Now it's creepy to watch.
Dead.
I was guessing he died in 78. I was just kidding. And I was off by a year.
Well, you gave him an extra year. Look at you, generous.
Jimmy,
Your fault.
What can I say? You rule.
What did he die of?
AIDS from shaking David Bowie's hand.
David Bowie. Let's go with the guess.
I will say...
Alcohol.
You know something?
It wasn't
no,
the heart.
he didn't look... It might be the heart, because he didn't look like the big casino.
Did he die on a golf course?
I heard it was a tightrope accident.
On a golf course?
Whose fucking BlackBerry is that?
I don't own a BlackBerry.
Is it out there?
Oh, it's out there.
No.
Who is it? Is that Poe?
Why is Poe mic'd?
First of all, why is Poe mic'd? And second of all,
That mic.
Oh, it's
Okay,
from that mic?
can someone tell Poe to how fucking loud is that?
Put it on vibrate,
Really?
you dummy.
And a dug-a-lug-dog, a dug-a-lug-a-lug. A dug-a-lug-a-lug.
I'll say brain hemorrhage.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going
Damn, is that
brain
good?
hemorrhage.
Do you know, though?
No, I don't.
All right.
Swear.
I'm going to go liver failure.
I'm gonna go with a weird one. He was
Sorry.
He was raped and eaten by a Komodo dragon.
If Jimmy wins this, Komodo dragon.
Who has the answer? Travis has the answer. All right, here we go.
I guess stroke.
Close, Jim. Heart failure.
Oh,
Was it on a golf course?
No, that was Caddyshack.
Yeah.
It was a lightning.
On a golf course?
He died in Spain, so I don't know.
What was he doing?
I don't know. Let me find out.
Let me find out. How are you going to find out what he was doing in Spain?
Wikipedia.
Oh.
It's a heart attack. I'm going to go with the golf
The
course
old
thing.
Tigger. The old Tigger went out.
What do you think?
There was a blood clot from his knuckles. Went into his heart. And bashed that fucking wife of his. And there is, there's the tombstone,
Oh,
so we
boy.
got to be around.
What do we
his
got?
Death news.
What do we got?
Oh, that's his
That's
tombstone.
his tombstone. Wonderful.
And
God, he was
his,
only 73.
77.
You're right.
Golf course?
Well,
He went
says
there
on
to
the-
play golf.
Yeah.
It says he went to headed for Spain to play golf and die.
Yeah. Was he on the golf course when he died? He's golfing.
After his last putt, Bing bowed to applause and said it was a great game. He was about 20 yards from the clubhouse when he collapsed from a massive heart attack.
Wow.
Great game.
Wow.
His son said that can you put that back, Travis? His son said that to endure the pain of the beatings, he would dream up ways to kill his father. The kid's brother, Lindsay, supported the charges in the book. Wow.
Wow.
Jesus. I should read that book.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good read. Hey, I know we were all looking for the Spain joke, and Tim H. from Columbus, he was running with the Bulls in Spain and was gored in the ass.
That's right. Which reminded him of his Bowie experience.
I liked it, yeah.
I have to piss.
In my
But Jimmy,
bum.
but Jimmy, listen to the headphones.
Bum.
Oh, but Jimmy.
Okay.
Just listen for a second. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, no, I recognize it.
For you, Jimmy, I'm going to play this. Go to the bathroom. This sucks.
They told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum,
Oh.
a newborn king to see.
This doesn't sound like Stevie.
Tim.
Yeah?
That's him?
Yes.
Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum,
I don't know.
I think it is, actually. Wait, yes.
to lay before the king.
Yeah.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum.
Yeah, Tim.
All right, we'll play the rest of it. Go to the bathroom.
To honor him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, when we come.
Come. I have no eyes to see. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Stop throwing eggs at me.
I'm a poor boy too. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
The shit.
I have no gift to bring. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
I can stare at the sun.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. I'm singing into a hairbrush. I've walked into the drum set and fallen over it. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. That's the sound it made. Damn, I'm dumb.
All right, let's get rid of this thing.
That gotta make it
Goes up another notch, doesn't it?
Oh, wait. Oh, you missed the best part. He changes the lyrics.
He goes up a...
Every night it pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. The ox and lamb kept time for
I lied, by the way. It hasn't changed their song.
Ox and lamb keep
You're such an
time.
asshole. By the way, as far
Band
as
must suck if the ox and lamb are keeping time.
I know. That's because he can't see, so he had to say to the ox, hey, what time is it? And the ox said, I don't know. Stop eating my tail and ask the lamb. Boo. I should have just cut my losses and pissed.
as far as favorite Christmas song, you fell real
Yeah.
short. This thing
One
stinks.
sucks.
No, it doesn't.
There's so many better songs than this.
Name me
thing.
16.
16?
No, that's better. The Stevie Wonder one was great. It's a great version. It's my favorite.
Not his
'Cause it's
favorite
not
Christmas song. No
That's
one
my
else.
favorite.
No one else would go with that.
I wouldn't care. Fuck all of them. What am I going to listen to? I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. That was the best version of that song. That's my favorite song.
No, there's some of the ones in the 80s. What came out in the 80s?
The 80s?
There was
Little Billy Squire.
Billy
or something?
Squire had his, and Bruce, and
Bruce had one?
yeah, I think so, right?
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming. Yeah.
You know, Clarence comes out dressed like Santa, and he can't stop laughing because it's preposterous that where's my beep?
I don't know.
I think you get it.
Are you, I can tell you mine.
Oh, you have a favorite Christmas song?
No, I don't actually.
Yes, you do.
We'll take a break.
Let's hear it first.
No, we'll take a break.
What is it? Love to hear it.
We'll take a break.
Come on, what is it? What is it?
No, we'll just take a break.
No break necessary.
How about
It's
we do that?
Satellite.
Because I got to take a leak, and I know you're going to kill me for 20 minutes.
Why? It's Christmas time.
Because they sing about ghost stories and stuff. That's your tease.
Ghost stories.
That's the tease.
All right.
And don't cheat with Pal Talk.
I won't even
Will
look.
Anthony come up with the song? We'll find out
They
after the
cheat
break.
with ghost stories.
There's ghost stories in there.
Ooh, some kind of spirit?
Or they reference ghost stories. That's your hint.
All right.
It's my favorite Christmas song, though.
As long as it's Christmas.
It's old school. Oh, my God, I just lost my ears. What are we doing? AshleyMadison.com? Sure. Office Christmas parties. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Some of you are still having office Christmas parties, and they're one of the leading causes of infidelity.
Nice.
According to a recent article, 49% of people said if given the opportunity, they would have a quickie with a coworker at this year's office Christmas party. Ashley Madison is here to help you people that want to cheat. They want you to play with someone else's toys this holiday season. And we want them to get a better writer for their copy. But besides that, Ashley Madison is the #1 dating service for married people. You cannot deny that, Anthony. AshleyMadison.com for the people that are looking for something. Unlike the confines of your workplace, it's secure, anonymous, and now guaranteed. Basically what they're saying is if you go to AshleyMadison.com, you're looking for that affair, you don't have an affair, you're going to get your money back. No questions asked whatsoever.
What's there to lose?
Whatsoever. Yeah, what's there to lose? Try it if this is for you. With a new person joining every 20 seconds, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So if you're looking to have an extra happy holiday, sign up right now, absolutely free, at AshleyMadison.com for the naughty and the nice. AshleyMadison.com.
The Virus. XM202, Sirius 197. The Virus.
POTUS, Politics of the United States for the people of the United States.
I just find it fascinating.
The Press Pool with Joe Matthew.
Can mall be filled for an inauguration, as in the National Mall? Just think about it. 4 million people.
POTUS. The Morning Briefing with Tim Farley.
We don't have to tell you what to think. You can do that for yourself.
The Ron Silver Show.
Join the conversation.
Stand Up with Pete Dominic.
It's a place where ideas can compete.
POTUS, Politics of the United States for the people of the United States.
Your channel, your voice.
Sirius 110, XM 130.
Business owners, AmeriMerchant can provide your business up to $200,000 in working capital in 7 days or less without the hassle of a bank. And unlike a bank, we have a 90% approval rate. Turn your future credit sales from your customers into fast cash. You can use the money for anything you choose, such as expansion, marketing, purchasing inventory, paying off debt, buying out investors or partners, acquiring other business. Call 877-469-6520. AmeriMerchant offers you a no-hassle application with simple, easy steps. We offer multiple cash advance programs that can get your business up to $200,000 right away. With approvals as fast as 24 hours, pay back with your future credit card transactions from your customers. If you have $5,000 per month in credit card sales from your customers, you may qualify. Call AmeriMerchant now to find out how much you may qualify for today. Call 877-469-6520. That's 877-469-6520. That's 1-877-469-6520.
Does your furnace need repair? Just go to homebuild411.servicemagic.com. Is your roof leaking? Or are you ready to replace your windows? Log on to homebuild411.servicemagic.com. Big or small, no matter what your home improvement need, now it's easy to find the right home pro at homebuild411.servicemagic.com. ServiceMagic is a free online source of licensed and insured contractors in hundreds of home improvement categories. You can have instant access to roofers, plumbers, maids, handymen, chimney sweeps, remodelers, and many other professionals. Visit homebuild411.servicemagic.com and find the right home pro for your project. It's easy and it's free, and it's the source to find neighbor-recommended contractors in your area. Now you can hire a pre-screened home pro with confidence. Go to homebuild411.servicemagic.com. It's quick, it's free, and there's no obligation. Go to homebuild411.servicemagic.com. That's homebuild411.servicemagic.com.
Is your credit score holding you back? Are you paying more for everything just because you don't have perfect credit? Well, it's not your fault. Credit card companies are doing everything they can to keep you in debt and never let you escape. But I've got a system that can fix your credit score once and for all. And I'm going to send you a free tape showing you the power of my proven system today.
My credit score is now 758. My wife and I are shouting for joy right now.
Hi, I'm John Commuta, creator of the Transforming Debt into Wealth system. My system doesn't just fix your credit score, it will permanently rebuild your credit status so it can never come back to haunt you again. It works no matter how bad your credit is or how much debt you have.
Our credit score was in the low 600s, and now we're at 780.
You can wipe the slate clean once and for all. Call right now and I'll rush you my free tape. For your free tape, call 1-800-900-1672. That's 1-800-900-1672. 1-800-900-1672.
Hi, this is Big A, and when I need an XM radio or accessories, I visit myradiostore.com. That's 866. I need XM, or visit my radio store.com.
The virus is an XL channel which may contain explicit language. Channel blocking is available by calling 1-800-XM-RADIO or in XM Canada, 877-438-9677.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. You're listening to Gary Glitter's Christmas song. Oh. I've never heard this before.
Oh, I thought it was instead of I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, I'm dreaming of a yellow hiney.
No, because Anthony said that his favorite Christmas song would probably come from the 80s, something that was made in the 80s.
Well, I just said there were a lot of them in the 80s.
Yeah.
I never said favorite. There were a lot of shit made in the 80s.
Okay, well, Travis found a list of Christmas songs that came out in the 80s.
Ooh.
And this is one that obviously fell horribly short.
Yes.
How about the really big band that tries to come up with the next Christmas classic and just fails miserably? Like Gary Glitter did, another rock and roll Christmas.
He thought it was going to be a biggie.
Here's some of the songs from the 80s that came out. 12 Days of Christmas, the Bob and Doug McKenzie version.
Ugh.
Yes. Baby Please Come Home by U2. They did their Christmas song in the 80s.
How was it?
It was all right. It was all right. Backdoor Santa by Bon Jovi. Ho ho!
Oh.
Ho ho!
Wow.
I think that one was a bust.
You sure you didn't mix that up with the Gary Glitter one?
Huh? Yeah. What else? Beer for breakfast, the Replacements, whatever. Trying to come up with the ones people remember. There's a lot of crap on here, Ant. Christmas in Hollis, Run DMC. That's right, they did their version.
Yeah.
Billy Squire. Christmas is a time to say I love you.
That was a big one.
That was a biggie, right?
Yeah.
Depeche Mode had a Christmas song in the 80s. Christmas Island.
With MTV, everybody decided if they put out a Christmas song, they would get video time. Yeah.
Right. That goes on and on. Spinal Tap, Christmas with the Devil.
Yeah.
These things never really got airplay.
Just on MTV.
Did that one get it?
Yeah, I remember that.
So you remember Spinal Tap's Christmas song on MTV?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that one.
All the VJs, remember, they put little Santa hats on. Little Martha Quinn would put her little Santa hat on.
Everyone thought she was adorable.
Yeah.
She sucked.
Van Halen's new Christmas song.
Oh, no.
Van Halen has a new Christmas song, Jimmy?
How does it go?
Christmas Rock, it's called.
No, it isn't.
It is called Christmas Rock.
Really? How's it go?
I don't really know. I've only thought of it a little bit. Christmas Rock. It's a little like Jamie's crying.
Well, they used to do that, rework some of their classics.
Yeah, they stink.
To fit the Christmas motif. Hey, we're back.
Ugh.
The Band-Aids, Do They Know It's Christmas came out in the 80s.
Take it.
Jimmy will write a little more. I mean,
I hate that one.
Let's see.
Better than ever. We're back. Together forever.
You don't like that song?
It's despicable. Oh, and it's catchy.
Long time.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Doesn't that smile at Wolfgang because he's new?
Of course it is because he's new, but there's still Van Halen. Ugh. Oh, it's so horrific. The whole scenario is embarrassing.
Did that song ever run through your head?
Yes, a lot. I find myself singing it around the house. I go, we're back.
So happy. Oh, I hope I ruin your life with that song.
Oh, it's terrible. Just jams itself in there. Won't leave.
Where were we?
Do they know it's Christmas time at all? No, they don't.
What is this? This isn't...
What? The Live Aid one?
This is... What is this? This isn't Do You Know It's...
U2?
That's not Do You Know It's Christmas Time at Home or whatever?
At all.
At all?
They don't know because they're in Africa starving. It's real hot over there. It's not snowing. No Santa Claus.
Right.
They'd put him in a big fucking pot.
Right.
And put fire under it. If Santa was smart, he'd blow out every match that they try to light because that's what Bugs Bunny does. Never gets cooked in a pot, Bugs. Smart. Smart rabbit.
All right, we don't need to hear this now, you rock.
It's Christmas time. And... what are you getting for Christmas? More flies around your head.
What's this? Who's singing this?
This is the Live Aid thing, where they all come together to sing about Africa.
It's the all-star lineup.
Yeah.
They all had a line or two in the song.
All I want for Christmas is 10 extra pounds.
Who is this right here? Name the artist.
One of the Wham dudes, probably.
Yeah? Does sound like him. Yeah, wow, I think you're right. I think that's the guy that always gets caught jerking off. George Michael. George Michael. Maybe. Or maybe Simon Le Bon. Maybe that was Duran Duran.
Yeah, it sounded a little like Duran Duran.
With that little crack in his voice. Gotta get to the chorus. Of course. All the fucking stuffed shirts. That's what I'd always say. Thank God it's them instead of me. Yeah, there won't be snow in Africa ever. Dummy.
They're lucky they have buses.
Do they?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Nothing ever grows? Oh. Who's that faggot? Oh, Bananarama. Phil Collins. Stink. They don't, so don't remind him with a song. They wouldn't even miss Christmas if it wasn't for this fucking song.
Don't show them what they're missing.
Wait, you mean there's Christmas?
Right.
What the fuck is that about?
You mean there's this cool thing called Christmas?
You got presents? I used to like that blonde chick in Bananarama.
Weren't they all blonde?
No, I don't think so. I like the cute one.
Wow,
Jesus, where are these people now? I know.
Half these people are nobodies now.
They're just on job sites.
I would love to know the official lineup of this song. A lot of nobodies in there.
Yeah.
That were famous for maybe a year or two. Who's that?
Kaja Gugu.
Oh, is that Kaja Gugu?
Nah, I don't even know.
That's George Michael.
Oh, Twisted Sister has a Christmas song? Oof.
Hold on. That'd be great.
We got that 2 years ago. We've never had the opportunity to play it, so you guys... There we go.
There it goes.
Not playing Twisted Sister's Christmas song ever.
It's a whole album.
It's about cookies. It's called
a whole
We're
record.
Not Gonna Bake Them.
It's not just one song.
They have a whole album of Christmas songs? Give it up. It's over. You had a good run. What are you doing?
It's new?
2 years
old. Oh, come on. I got it here.
Didn't Van Halen have another song for Christmas?
Did they,
It was called
Jim?
Don't Give Grandma the Christmas Brownies. You know, because there was stuff baked into them.
I hate whenever you bring up Van Halen. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? For Christmas, Winnie Mandela puts that fucking tire with gasoline in it around someone's neck, puts them on top of a tree and lights it.
No, but she paints the tire green like a wreath.
Fucking brutal, that one. Wow.
Soweto necktie.
It's the old Soweto necktie. It's a Christmas in Soweto.
It's the old Soweto cardigan. Soweto, because that's what you do because it's so hot.
For 2 seconds, then it turns into a Screamo.
Yeah. Well, you're Soweto because they poured gas on you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds like something else.
Every road.
Yeah, it did sound like something.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't D, was it?
It had to be. You heard the horrible Long Island accent.
Yeah, but it's like, unless he's screaming, I guess he can't sing. It's a shame.
Wow. Who's putting this in their iPod?
All right, now we're rocking. Yes, run to the hills. Are you, D?
We would do this as a goof with some silly
terrible.
radio voice guy. A very heavy metal Christmas.
4.5 stars on Amazon.
Really?
What?
Out of 71
Good for him.
reviews.
How many reviews?
71.
All right. You got Let It Snow, Deck the Halls, Heavy Metal Christmas, 12 Days of a Heavy Metal Christmas.
Oh, that's got to be douche chill.
All right, we got to do that one.
12 Days of Douches.
We got to do that one. Here we go. The 12 Days of Christmas, the heavy metal version.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna rock. I want to rock. My heavy metal Christmas, my true love gave to me.
All right, we got to guess the 12 days.
right.
A douche chill in a pear tree. Okay, the first one.
What would someone into heavy metal? Twisted Sister CD.
I would say.
Give me a pen. Piercings is going to be in there.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Tattoos.
I would say.
Let's see how many of these we get.
A botched suicide attempt with a shotgun. That's the first one. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
5.
No, 2.
No, I'm thinking 5.
Yeah, to get them in order would be a miracle.
Hold on.
5 golden.
2 groupie tits to shoot my cum between. There we go.
5 golden nose rings.
I got it. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 legs. And then there's a picture of Paul McCartney and Heather Mills. Because that's rock and roll, kind of.
It's heavy metal, though. Follow the format.
Heavy metal.
Oh, whatever.
All right, whatever.
So
it's still a
leg.
good line. I mean,
Heavy metal.
I'm not saying it's not a good line. A tattoo. So we got one already.
Of Ozzy.
Of Ozzy.
They
Jimmy of Ozzy.
They shoehorned Ozzy in.
What was the word?
Tattoo of Ozzy.
What?
2 pairs of spandex pants.
Oh, we missed that one. That's an obvious one.
Ah, yeah. This is arguably
fucking coolest thing ever.
Okay. The worst song ever.
We got to go with worst Christmas song ever.
Yeah.
But it had to have airplay.
Dude,
I don't
that's
think it's
it.
ever had airplay.
Someone had to have played.
Bob Buckman.
I could just picture him sitting around going,
We're not going to go to 12,
what are we going to do?
There's no way we go to 12.
You know what you do?
4 quarts of Jack.
You just fast forward it to 12 and
That's a
count
great
down
idea.
once.
That's a great idea.
Find out what they all were, all in one fucking fell swoop.
It's a great idea. Why would we sit through this? All right, we'll do it from here. 11. I want 12. One fuck. I want 12.
We need 12.
I'm going with 12.
I couldn't even tell what 11 was.
This is going to be about 12, hopefully. Hold on.
See if we could actually hear this.
12 day.
Silver crosses and black mascaras. There's a platform, tattered t-shirt, pentagram, leather jacket, cans of hairspray.
I thought it was going to be.
Could you put that back where you put it in the first place?
I'm amazed that this
Thanks.
thing didn't break, man.
Come on, whale it. Watch little Jimmy. Oh, holy shit.
Nice.
That CD come apart?
Nice. Where are we at?
That's how Twisted Sister laughs.
Yeah, let's say hi to Brian in Seattle. Brian.
Yo.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, speaking of Ozzy, there was a really shitty version of Walking in a Winter Wonderland that Ozzy did with Jessica Simpson about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
You guys should be able to find that.
Oh.
Sharon sings backup on it. It's really shitty.
Oh.
Is it the worst Christmas song ever, though?
Absolutely not. Van Halen's new one, Rockin' Christmas, is the worst by far.
Rockin' Christmas.
Yeah, it needs a little more.
Yeah,
Needs
yeah.
to be filled out a bit.
Yeah. Don't let Grandma have the Christmas brownies. Because you know the Christmas brownies, like they'll all be eating them and like acting crazy at the party.
The fast parts really kill me.
Which part?
When you fast talk.
Oh, hey, don't let Grandma eat the Christmas brownies.
Yeah, because I could just imagine David Lee Roth doing that.
He's got the Santa hat on in the video.
Oh, shut up. No,
you know he does, right?
No, he doesn't.
And he's bringing all the girls, like they open a box for the president, it's him, he jumps out in the Santa hat.
No, stop.
That's their gift.
Oh, my God.
And he opens his box and it's wax lips and a good tongue. The wife who doesn't dump him.
Good tongue.
It's a fucking bullfrog tongue. Tape this on. So you don't talk like fucking Blair's cousin Jerry. You're bugging everyone. Stop trying to harmonize back up with that fucking heel you call a tongue. It's annoying us. Amy's crying. Yeah, she.
Invite David Lee Roth over to lick his stamps. I got to mail a letter, please. Pew.
Did you find the Ozzy one? No?
No, huh?
All right. Let's say hi to Jose in Texas. Jose.
Yo, fellas, how's it going?
What's up, man?
I got a song I recommend. It's not the worst. It's probably one of the best. It's by the Vandals called It's Christmas Time for My Penis. It's a beautiful holiday cheer song. You guys got to check it out.
Never heard of it, sir.
Have one of them bastards back there Google it or something for you, but it's a great song.
Right.
Actually, the whole album's very anti-holiday-like, and I love it. I play it every year, full blast in my car.
Groovy.
Wow, look at this commercial of all these women in PJs with, it's Pajamagram.
Yeah, look at that.
They're getting very busty women to do their Pajamagram ads on TV. We don't have that one? Christmas for my penis, what a surprise. Right.
Ooh. Yeah, they're showing some sexy women in these. You gotta get the size for your fat-ass fucking pig that you're with. That's gotta suck.
That's seeing the hot chicks on TV.
Yeah. Oh, look, she's taking it off.
Wow,
God
this is
damn.
a really long Pajamagram spot.
Damn.
Showing a little A's, throwing the red bra.
She's ready for action. She's giving the guy a little fashion show.
Yeah, she's modeling for the guy.
He's got a rod.
No hot chick would wear that comfy thing they just showed.
You never know.
Yeah, well, the
Christmas
guy would
morning,
be
you
all
come down.
excited about that, though.
How does it soak up pre-cum? That's what I want to know.
It's silk with a big flannel circle in the front. To keep and that's what they say, to keep his cumsies from wrecking everything.
It's fucking silk, and they just sewed in a sham wow in the front. Wring that out, fucker.
Yeah.
She's drinking a big cup of jizz.
Instead of eggnog. She's lactose intolerant and it makes her fart.
All right, there's some fucking going on
they
now.
closed
They
the
just
door.
shut the door.
And the sign said relaxation in progress.
Yeah.
What is that?
It means she's going to be sucking his dick.
A Yankee cranky fucking
Something
massage?
like that. Yeah. He got, David got his dick yanked, right?
Yeah.
And
not here
came
yet.
and everything?
Yeah.
All right, good for him.
Yeah, he's not here today.
Good for him. Did he sound any different about life? Or
Yeah, actually he did.
Yeah. Liked it?
He loved it.
Good.
He'll probably be in tomorrow. We can talk to him about it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll finish up next. Opie and Anthony. Where's that Pajamagram thing? I'm getting that out of the way. We just saw the commercial for Pajamagram, so let's do this. This Christmas, there's only one gift guaranteed to get women to take their clothes off. A Pajamagram. We just saw the commercial on TV, and wow.
Wowee wow.
They should have another service where they send you the girls in the TV spot. Wait, that would be mixed up with the other sponsor, so maybe we should stick with this. A Pajamagram. Sending a Pajamagram is a great way to spoil your wife or girlfriend this Christmas. Each and every Pajamagram is delivered in a beautiful hat box. She's going to love that. Along with a lavender-scented sachet, a Do Not Disturb sign, and a gift card, all free. To send a Pajamagram, you can do it online at Pajamagram.com. You'll find all the top brands of pajamas and lingerie, over 100 styles from comfy to sexy. They also have lots of great bath and body products that you could add to your Pajamagram to spoil your wife or girlfriend even more. It only takes a few minutes to order, but she'll think you spent all month planning it. A Pajamagram is the perfect Christmas gift. Something a little different. Check it out for yourself. Best of all, she'll think of you every time she puts them on. Overnight and Christmas delivery guaranteed. It's a gift you're both going to love, so visit Pajamagram.com. Or you can give them a call, 1-800-GIVE-PJs. That's Pajamagram.com or 1-800-GIVE-PJs. Getting ready to wrap up another fine Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, indeed.
This music bed sucks dick.
What is this one?
Yeah, I know it's Linkin Park. It's the first 5 seconds looped over and over and over again. That's why it sucks.
It rots.
Yeah.
That rots.
I haven't heard that in years.
Yeah, I know.
That
Remember
rots.
That rots. That's a hunk of junk. When something rotted, it was really bad.
It was terrible.
You rot. It's just decomposing and stinking. That's wonderful.
Yeah. You want to do the old lady thing before we get out of here?
The old lady thing?
The old lady that graduated college.
One of these.
We get one of these every year.
This is wonderful. This is, they always talk about how uplifting it is.
I don't know who it's uplifting for.
I guess the school that gets the money from the old broad for absolutely nothing. What compels people of that age to go back to school? Are they bored shitless?
Can't you just, learn stuff on the internet from your home?
Yeah.
Why do you need a degree at 85 years old? I don't get it. I get people that go back to school in their 30s and their 40s, maybe.
Try to change their fucking life around.
Yeah, they want to do something completely different. Maybe even in their early 50s. After that,
That's a little too late, too, I think.
Well, like I said, the early 50s is definitely pushing it, but 85, these are those feel-good stories the news likes to do, and there's nothing feel-goody about this.
I don't believe I did it.
The celebration is obviously for her.
Yeah.
But what they're celebrating could amaze anyone.
Today I'm celebrating my graduation, which is tomorrow.
That's right, graduation.
From Metropolitan
From
State
living
College
to dead.
You're graduating from a viable human being into fucking bug food. Congratulations. Here's your hat, you old bag.
Your diploma's a rolled up shroud. Put it over your face.
Yeah, hand this when you fucking cross the river Karen or Charon, whatever that shitty devil river is.
From Metropolitan State College of Denver.
At 85, she'll be the oldest Metro State grad in history, but Winifred Jennings meant to finish school a long time ago.
I had gone to Columbia University for a year back in 41. Then the war ended and all the boys came home and I got married and had family, and that was the end of my education.
Well, the family grew up 20, 30 years ago.
What happened? Then the war ended. Which one? Revolutionary? She's old. See.
until the passing of her husband. That's when the grandmother of 16 made up her mind to go back to school.
Mom just couldn't sit still. She never could. She was always doing things.
She got Parkinson's? Mom could never sit still. She has the old Parkinson's. She goes off like a paint shaker.
She majored in knocking things off the desk during lectures.
Never could. She was always doing things.
So the behavioral science major took to the classrooms full of 20-somethings and blew them away.
Yes, I got more A's than B's. My lowest was a B.
Cheers. It's probably a D. You put a line through, you cheating old fuck.
Taking 2 courses at a time, she slowly reached her goal.
Finally, it's done. I guess we're done 8 years now. It's a 9-year program.
9 years?
I don't have any words for it. It's just so awesome.
So surely, after so much work, this grandma graduate is ready to start a career.
Gosh, no. No way.
For now, it's still all about the well-deserved celebration.
Then what the fuck did she do that for?
There's no reason.
That's just...
Could take classes.
That makes no sense.
Dumb computer.
Just so she could annoy the 20-somethings that are trying to fucking actually make a career. You know, let me tell you about my grandchildren. Shut up, hag. Oh, use her old fucking useless uterus as a book bag. Where's your math book? Right here. Let me drop it on the floor. And this old useless fucking thing used to pump out kids fucking decades ago.
Are you saying that's where she carries her books?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Fucking woman's grade. All the other students throw their gloves in there in the winter. That's how she's popular. She uses her twat as an umbrella holder.
She's a cubby. Little fucking cubby hole. She's her own locker, yeah.
Oh, God love the old dear.
Oh, God love her.
There you go.
I don't get it. You're starting a career. Oh, jeez, no, that would be crazy. You're crazier than going to school for 9 years? 9 years?
Start at 76 then, right?
For what? What did she get a degree in?
Behavioral science?
Yeah, behavioral science.
What the hell is
That's going to get you. What does that get you, by the way? You a profiler for the police department? Behavioral science. I don't know what it is. After the war, after my husband died, she just was out on the prowl, I think, trying to be a G-MILF.
G-MILF. All right.
Disgusting.
I think we go for the early exit today.
Yeah, it's in order, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How come we're not doing Line of the Day anymore? We should start doing that again.
We rested it.
Yeah, we're resting it.
It just got to the point where...
yeah, we'll bring it back, but it needs to be rested. It is brought to you by DirecTV, though.
Yeah, why would we rest it if they're buying the thing? My nose itches.
Call 888-961-DirecTV. DirecTV sponsors Line of the Day or What Did We Learn, whatever the hell we're going to end up doing at the end of the show. It's brought to you by DirecTV.
That's nice. What is that, one of those satellites?
Yeah.
It's like the space age.
We used to be on DirecTV.
But do you put that on your roof or something? And it catches things from outer space? It's fascinating. Oh, what happened to her? Grandmother beaten. Oh, did they just show a beaten old grandma?
Oh,
they got to show her face again. 3 teens charged with kidnapping and torture of 75-year-old woman. She was laying in the hospital bed, pummeled. I guess she didn't want to remove that hat. Look at her.
God, man.
Wow. Oh, boy, that looks good.
Who the fuck would...
Who would beat up Grandma like that? The white hair really sets it off.
Wow.
What's that, the son? He's just looking to beat the living piss out of somebody, yeah.
That son's a big boy.
Son or grandson. Oh, that's what she looked like before the beating.
Jesus Christ.
Nice Christmas beating. She got thrown. What happened?
What's
Home
the new,
invasion?
Can we get the audio of this?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. Look how yellow she is.
I know. She's alive, though. I mean, at least they didn't fucking kill her.
And then red, her eyeballs are all fucked up. And she goes on TV. Do you think she asked for makeup? Like, what could they possibly do?
Damn, she got fucked up.
Wow. Wow, she looked like a burn victim at first.
Look at the fucking son. He's holding her hand. You can see how he has a murderous. Like he looks very calm.
Oh yeah.
Her son has a murderous look on his face.
He wants revenge.
Big time.
In the worst way.
It's the type of face you see when a gun is just quietly pointed at you and bullets are pumped at you.
Yeah, that's it. He is angry. God, I'd love to know what this is. Teens, kidnapping, and torture. What did they do?
So it's just breaking. We'll find out more.
Carjacking?
I don't know.
La Mesa, California. Can't pull anything up on Google News. Working. No.
26 hours.
Man, they bashed her in the jaw.
For 26 hours, they tortured her? 75-year-old grandmother was strangled, punched, kicked, bound in duct tape, and thrown in the trunk of her own car by 3 young adults. After 26 hours without food or water, made a silent plea to God, either save me or let me die, she said. I told God that. Her face still swollen and marked by ugly purple bruises. Then I asked my late husband, who had just died, I said, don't tell God to help me. Wait, don't tell God? That doesn't make sense. I said, oh, Don, tell God to help me.
She's like, wait, she's asking her ex or her dead husband to leave a message for God.
That night he helped me. The sheriffs came and they rescued me because I wouldn't have lasted too much longer.
Oh.
She was in the hospital for a few days, badly beaten that she couldn't even speak at first, but by Monday, the spirited woman who loves to dance was feeling well enough to get her hair done, put on a nice dress, and talk to Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Who were the pieces of shit that did that?
Yes. Who was arrested?
We're still I have bruises on my body because they kicked me and hit me and everything.
They hit me and kick me. They break my teeth.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Little scam action.
What?
The grandma, this whole thing started about a week ago, Monday, December 8th, when she bought a vacuum cleaner from a door-to-door salesman identified as Jeffrey Edward Nelson, 19. That night, she said, he returned to her home and asked to use the phone.
Oh, boy.
He said his girlfriend had kicked him out and could he use my phone to call his mother. So the guy gets her comfortable. She recognizes him from selling the vacuum a day earlier.
He comes back.
Yeah, and then he comes back and
picture.
All right, he said his girlfriend kicked him out.
Picture of the perp.
Let him in. I said yes, you can. So I showed him where the phone was.
Wondering.
As I turned to walk away, that's when he choked me from behind. She lost consciousness, and when she woke, she was in the trunk area of her Dodge Magnum station wagon. Yuck, bound with duct tape so she couldn't move. They stole my car. They stole me in my own car, she said. That was awful. 2 others were in the car with Nelson, another man, 18, another guy, and a chick, 18.
Paul R. Nelson.
For the next 26 hours, police say the 3 abductors drove around with her in the trunk, using her credit cards to buy gas and other items. They never offered anything to her. And when she asked for something to drink because she was desperately thirsty, one of the men smashed her in the face with his fist. Assholes.
Can I have something to drink? Whammo.
These fucking... all you can hope for is that these fucking... just these little pieces of shit are released in the general population of a fucking... of a jail.
Absolutely. They'll be all tidied up in suits with their head all down in front of the judge, and their stupid scum lawyer will talk about what great kids they are and how they did this and that, and talk about shit from 10 years ago that they did. And since they didn't kill her, they'll wind up getting a light rap on this one. Fucking idiot.
I was so taped and bound I couldn't even move to protect myself. He was driving crazy and I was bouncing all over the place. Finally, on Tuesday, a police officer saw the car committing a traffic violation, gave chase and stopped the car. The officer found me in the back. When the duct tape was removed, it took my skin with it in some places. They were arrested and charged with a number of crimes, including kidnapping and assault. They were arraigned on Friday. Pleaded not guilty, of course. An in-court TV camera zoomed in on Nelson a muscular young man with buzz-cut hair and showed him rolling his eyes as the charges against him were read. This is the most... it's hard to believe someone would do that. For what? For what? Some credit card charges, a few bucks, and a bottle of booze. It just doesn't make any sense. Life goes on.
Booze? Okay.
It keeps going on. It's a really long article.
Did she owe money on her hat? That's the only question I have. Because, you know.
So she's staying positive and blah, blah,
That's
blah,
fucking... I can't... It's like all you hope for is that the reality of fucking... Hopefully, if not getting fucked in the ass or mouth by a convict, you just hope that some... Because there's no convicts that like a kid who punched a 76-year-old woman. No, they all have mothers, man.
Beat
no
the
one
piss
likes that
out of her
shit.
like that?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are, huh? Yeah, that's wonderful. What's the one on the left? Is that
the girl,
a chick?
it's a fat, ugly girl.
Yeah, there's a
fat,
chick.
ugly chick.
2 dudes and 1
There's
chick.
a dude with, like, what is that? Some fucking white boy dreads? Is that what he's rocking there?
Almost looks like the lead singer of the Counting Crows.
Yeah. And then there's that
When he was young.
buzz cut, fat fucking looking baby Huey motherfucker. Well, yeah, they look like a couple of guys that are gonna get their comeuppance in the joint.
Yeah.
If that fucking grandson or son, whatever he was, doesn't fucking kill him in the courtroom. That could be some great courtroom video going to be on YouTube, watching him lunge over the...
They'll be well protected. Nothing's going to happen to these kids.
That fucking son had just a quiet, murderous look on his face.
How do you look at your mom all beat up like that and not just want to kill...
Especially,
whoever did it. You got to want to kill them.
Especially when you know that they had 26 hours to drive around and think about it, and she asked for water and they punch.
Yeah,
It's
punch
like
her in the face.
There's no cases under which it wouldn't be enraging.
Maybe she said, "Hey, cocksucker, give me some water." Or maybe not.
All right. Go to DirecTV. Call 888-961-DirecTV. I think that does it for today. We'll have more on that story tomorrow, I'm sure. All right. Jimmy, any plugs? You good?
I actually forgot, Hope. I got to do Atlantic City. Thank you. January 16th and 17th. One of the shows is sold out.
Nice.
One is almost sold out.
Ooh.
I think it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday weekend, that holiday weekend down at the Borgata.
Yeah.
So go to theborgata.com, and New Year's Eve, I booked a gig in Allentown.
I put everything on black when that's day down at the casino. You might as well. Yeah, just give it a try.
I booked a gig in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I forget where it was. It's on New Year's Eve. I'm such a dumb bag of shit.
Oh, it's a weird club. There's a weird name to it, I remember.
Oh, here it is. Crocodile Rock.
Yeah, Crocodile Rock.
It's on Hamilton Street in Allentown, PA. Tickets are only $30, which is actually very cheap. For New Year's Eve tickets, usually $75 tickets.
Yeah.
It's $30, man. I never have my tickets. And it's an 8 o'clock show, so you can go out and do what you want after. You're not stuck there all
Crocodile Rock?
Yeah, I might walk on to the Elton John song and pump my fist.
Yeah, pump your fist up. Say, I know where I am.
Yeah. Crocodile Rock. Or maybe I'll bring on, remember Chocodiles?
Yes.
Those chocolate things. And I'll go, I thought they said Crocodile Rock. And then I'll eat one.
Waka waka.
The whole crowd will go fucking nuts, man. It's because of New Year's Eve.
Yeah. A lot of people want to party and just
fucking
go
hand out
crazy.
Chocodiles.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll wear alligator shoes. You go, I thought it said Alligator Rock.
No.
Or maybe I'll walk out with a big clock and go, oh, I thought this was Crocodile Rock. Or maybe I'll have my pants unzipped and you know what I'll say when I walk out. Or maybe I'll try selling a baby on eBay and I'll say, I thought this was Hockachild Rock.
Turn off the power.
I can't take the stink in here
What?
coming from these
What?
jokes.
Well, then maybe you walk on stage with me and I'll punch that smile and say, I thought it was Knock a Smile Rock. Or maybe I'll put some blood in the safe and say, oh, sorry, I thought it was Lockavile Rock. Yeah, why not?
Are we done?
No.
Oh.
So maybe I'll throw up in one of my socks and go, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought it was Soccer Bile Rock. Do you know one time I spit over 5,000 feet?
Really?
Yes! I said, I'm sorry, I thought this was Hockamile Rock. You know?
Yeah, I understand how you could mistake Crocodile Rock for other names. Sure. Yeah.
Or maybe I'll take all of Anthony's guns and spill them onto the stage and go, oh, my God, silly me. I thought this was Glockopile Rock.
I don't own a Glock.
I know you don't. Or maybe I'll talk to Susan Smith and borrow her van and go, oh my God, I'm sorry. I thought this was DACA Child Rock. It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Allentown, PA.
At Crocodile Rock.
Crocodile, I think that's the name of it. I keep mixing it up.
Yeah, with other things, but it happens.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just thinking.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I was too, but then I said, fuck it.
Was that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man.
Wait.
Why would I possibly try to do better?
Or I thought that I would fuck Eric Nagel in the face and ass and go, oh, I said I was supposed to be an Iraqophile, Rock. That's what happens when you rape a blithering idiot. You're called an Iraqophile. Sorry, Eric.
You still at it?
Oh, dude, it's nonstop. One good one out of 30. God almighty, you think I would have fucking just quit?
Yeah.
I know. Well, maybe I'll play some music. I mean, hey, why not? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be Jock-a-While Rock.
Oh, okay. Look,
is that bad?
I'm done.
Should have quit after DACA Child.
I'd rather, yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
Everyone, see you later tomorrow. And we have Greg Gutfeld coming in, and we're out.